Good evening. The regular meeting of Hamtramck City Council for Tuesday, March 24, 2026 is now called to order. The time is now 7:06. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Mr. Chair, I think we are not following the order. It is first roll call.
Roll call first.
Oh,
then
sorry about that.
Make a roll call.
Okay,
That's why we know who is here, who is not here.
Councilman Al-Samiri.
Yes, President.
Councilman Hassan.
Present.
Councilman Saeed. Councilman Salman.
Present.
Councilman Musa.
Present.
Councilman Chowdhury.
present.
Mayor, we have a quorum.
Okay, so let's stand for Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Community announcements.
Yes, we have a couple of them. I'm assuming you want me just to make them as well. That's okay. All right. So first, we have the upcoming neighborhood enterprise zone information sessions as part of our education efforts about the city's neighborhood enterprise zones and what people need to know to apply. CED is inviting folks to meet for a cup of coffee, tea, and NEZ sessions. The city's Community and Economic Development Director will host a discussion about the process to apply for NEZ tax abatements. Attend to learn about the neighborhood enterprise zones adopted by council as of April 22nd, 2025. If your property qualifies, the process to apply, and more. This will take place March 20. Well, actually, it just took place, and there's another one taking place on March 26th at 5 o'clock p.m. So basically, 2 days from now, at 5 o'clock p.m. this Thursday at Kitab Cafe, 2727 Holbrook, Hamtramck, Michigan 48212. So if you'd like to attend that one, it will be taking place on March 26th at 5 o'clock p.m. The next update is the Save the Date, the #1 tree planting block party, and also the spring cleanup. So, first and foremost, to kick off the spring planting season, the Grow Hamtramck program is throwing a block party and tree planting event at Pulaski Park on Saturday, April 18th from 10 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. This will double as the city's Arbor Day celebration as well. The entire Hamtramck community is invited, especially those who live in the neighborhood close to the block party. Activities will include educational sessions to teach about the benefits of trees, tree planting workshops, free giveaways, crafts, touch a truck chance for kids to see bucket trucks up close, music, and more. Address 9625 Lumpkin Street, Pulaski Park, Hamtramck, Michigan. And then the second one is the spring cleanup. The Beautification Commission's biannual citywide cleanup is back. Join fellow volunteers on Saturday, May 2nd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and help us clean our streets, parks, and neighborhoods. Volunteers may meet at one of the following meetup locations where supplies will be provided: Hamtramck City Hall, 3401 Eveline Street, Poe Park, 137 Joseph Campo, Veterans Park, 8640 Joseph Campo Avenue, or Sarah Guerra Park, 11361 DeQuinder Street. See the attached map for reference and RSVP to the city's Facebook event. This event is sponsored by Priority Waste. Those are all the announcements that we have for right now.
Okay, moving on to item 2. Proclamations, recognitions, and announcements.
We have a for you here, by the way, Mayor.
Yes, go ahead. So who's...
So I believe that this is Dos Tacos, right?
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
one of them.
Yes. So we are recognizing and honoring Dos Locos Tacos for 8 years of service of the city of Hamtramck. I do not want to say your name incorrectly, but Michael J. Is it Petrak? Petrak. All right.
So we want to thank him for 8 years serving in Hamtramck, and we, as a certificate,
Yes.
if we can just take a picture with him, please.
Looks like we have more than one or two.
We have one. I don't know if Balkan House is here today, though, right?
So we can do both at the same time.
What we can do now, then the Balkan House, he's
Yeah.
not here, other person.
So if we can do this one for right now, and then sign that right there. And Michael, if you want to come stand up. Sure. And then if you guys want to come and get as close as you can for the picture. I don't know if you guys want to walk around, get some exercise in. All right.
Thank you for your service. Sure. No, that's good.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you again, Michael. Appreciate it.
That's good.
Somebody, I think he went home.
I'll take it one more again.
All right.
Thank you. Congratulations.
I usually.
Can you mention that?
Yeah, that would be easiest.
Okay. One other announcement we want to make is that we want to thank our 4 councilmen, the Mayor Pro Tem Mohammed Hassan, Councilman Chowdhury, Councilman Abu Musa, and Councilman Sedman for the invitation and sponsoring the dinner, Iftar Unity dinner. That went good and was well organized, so thank you very much. And we can go on to the next announcement.
Celebrating the designation of the city of Hamtramck as a Tree City USA, and we have our CED coordinator, Isabel, in the building. Shout out to Isabel.
Good evening, Council. This is a proclamation celebrating a recent designation that Hamtramck was awarded because of the efforts of our Grow Hamtramck tree planting initiative. We are recognized as a Tree City USA, which is a celebration of essentially being committed to growing our urban forests and protecting trees. And we allocate enough dollars essentially towards caring for the city's trees that we're eligible to be recognized. This does open up some different resources for our city staff and different grant opportunities perhaps. But mostly it is a celebration and recognized by the Arbor Day Foundation, which is a really expert organization just celebrating the work we're doing. So some positive news wanted to bring to you, and the best way we were going to do that would be this proclamation. So congratulations to the city, and thanks to all the DPW crew and our contractors for the work and the residents who've been involved.
Thank you.
Next up, we have the Match on Main grant opportunity for DDA businesses.
Omar, would you please pull up either of the 2 PDFs on this application?
Okay.
So as you know, we have been designated a select level Michigan Main Street community because of the work that our DDA has been doing, that the city has been working very hard to receive. And because of this grant, we have up to $25,000 available per business. We can award up to 2 businesses in Hamtramck that the DDA sponsors to receive this state funding. So we've been announcing this to DDA businesses and wanted to give a short overview of the program for members of the community and council as well, so that you can help us spread the word. So projects that people can use for this are pretty broad. You can do a facade improvement. You can put the work towards an outdoor or indoor space renovation of your business. You can focus on training for your staff or inventory. And what the Match on Main organization is really focused on doing is trying to catalyze momentum and revitalization in our downtown district. And so it's a pretty competitive program. In order for Hamtramck downtown businesses to be considered, we'd like to receive drafts of the application that we have been promoting and getting out to the business community. We'd like to receive those in draft form by April 3rd. A subcommittee of the DDA reviews, and we then sponsor the application to the state. There are different application requirements, and we're available at any time to discuss it with interested businesses. There's a real focus on business and what the Michigan Main Street organization calls place impact. So something that's going to catalyze momentum in the downtown, something that's going to help us build our sense of place and create an exciting district that will help our businesses thrive. And we think that the opportunity is going to be really strong for us this year, and I hope that we do get at least 2 awards of this dollar amount for our downtown. Again, the application is linked on this agenda item, and we've been promoting it out to DDA businesses. We welcome any questions, and we will make our submissions to the state by April 20th.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, this program is come every year?
Yes.
Every year the DDA, they do that one every year.
Yes, the state Michigan Main Street organization holds it every year. They announce different amount of funding sometimes it's higher. This year it's 25,000, up to 25,000 per business. But we expect to be able to apply for this annually because we're now a part of the Main Street organization.
After $25,000, any limitation how many business can have?
There's 2.
Yeah, so each Main Street community can sponsor 2 applications. So we want to work with people and we'll kind of score them based on their rubric to try to make sure that we submit the strongest applications to the state as possible. So we want everyone's ideas, and we can receive up to 2 of these grants per community each year.
So some people have reached out to me about that. Who should they reach out to if they have any questions and how to apply? Because it's new to all of us.
Yeah, me.
So
Yeah.
just you? Okay. Unless you
Or
have somebody designated or anything for that.
Naima and our staff. But I think in terms of this process, I can be the direct contact for questions, and my information is on the application that we posted as well as online in the memo, and so feel free to direct people to me with questions.
My last question is, did we qualify last year, and who is the person who qualified to the business?
Oh, this is new.
It is new this year, so it's the first year that Hamtramck has been designated a Main Street community. It's as of March this year, actually, that we were even able to be considered. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It was a good accomplishment. It's something we've worked on for a long time, and we finally are Main Street. So thank you, Isabel, and everyone in the DDA that worked on that application.
And then last but not least, we have the 2025 Hamtramck Parks Conservancy Annual Report presented by Tom Hedges.
Can you bring up the annual report?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Council. I appreciate the opportunity to give a little recap of a fun and productive year within our parks. Can you go to the next page? And one more. And one more. Thanks. So as you all know, the Parks Conservancy is a joint collaboration between the city and the Hamtramck Public School District. And I think we've made a lot of strides and really become well integrated with the community, and that includes the residents too. And so we're looking forward to another year of continuing to work as closely as possible in that collaboration. I think the more we collaborate on this project to continue to improve and program our parks, the stronger we're going to be together. Next page. So predominance of our work is located in the Hamtramck Recreation District, as we call it, which is 2 parks together, Veterans and Playfair. So the color coding on the map here, the yellow parks are the ones that have historically been owned and still are by the school district, and the blue are the city parks. So most of the improvement work that we've been doing is down in the south end in Veterans Park, but we're increasingly trying to bring our positive influence out to the entire park system by doing advocacy, promotion, some limited programming, some limited improvements, and at this point in time, we are managing the facilities rentals for all the parks on behalf of the city. A lot of what we accomplished in 2025 for the first time was around some important programming that I think has been really well received and has the potential to really grow. A lot of it is focused on youth, and a lot of it is focused on environmental education and arts and culture. And so we've got a series of photos in this annual report, and we've got additional copies here for anyone who'd like to take one home. Earth Week is a big deal for the Parks Conservancy, so we had programming throughout Earth Week all of last year and will again this year. And this is an effort to talk about sustainability in the context of parks. So especially down at Veterans Park, this is far and away our largest green, open, public space in the city. And so getting people to recognize that, want to take care of it, to steward it, is something that tends to be really well received. And we did some cool things like have book readings. You got some photos here of some tree plantings, able to take advantage of a lot of local kids who want to really get involved in planting flowers, making a positive improvement in the parks that they spend a lot of time in. Next page. We planted a pollinator garden. Pollinators are a really important environmental factor. So this small garden that's kind of over near one of the park shelters became a popular spot and kind of beautified what was just an old berm that had been set up there. And then we use that to bring in partners. So a lot of what we do is with partners, and so we're bringing in partners and resources to the city that haven't been kind of around for a while. So this example right here was an insect education program that was sponsored by Wayne County, and we're continuing to have a lot of opportunities for volunteers. So I'm going to make a pitch at the end to sign up for different things, but it's a great way to bring in people from outside Hamtramck who want to contribute to Hamtramck, but then also to tap the people who visit the parks and want to find a way to give back. Tennis is becoming a big deal, and we're really happy that we're able to accommodate, especially the growing tennis program at Hamtramck High School, but we're seeing a lot of just free open play, so a lot of people in our community of all ages, backgrounds are discovering tennis as a great sport for exercise and competition, and we're poised to make some improvements over there. We're preserving history too, so both tennis and baseball have a really important legacy in Hamtramck, and so we've got these historic facilities that we are now taking care of, but that are also have a bright future, because of all the interest that's there. The bottom photo is of our Juneteenth event last year. We'll be advertising for the coming year as well. It'll be the 5th annual in partnership with the Friends of Historic Hamtramck Stadium. Next page. Just a few other examples of some of the fun stuff we did. We did a letter writing campaign. There were some high school students who came out to that who hadn't actually written physical letters before, and they really enjoyed being able to do that kind of on a summer afternoon, led by our staff. We did a lead testing program so that residents could test their backyard dirt to see if it's safe to grow plants in. And we did a community bike ride series. This was a really nice partnership with the Hamtramck Police Department, where anybody could come out and leave from Veterans Park, do a big loop around Hamtramck, go into some parts of Detroit, 4, 5, 6 miles, and then come back and finish up in Veterans Park too. So good exercise, good community, good camaraderie. We're going to do that again this year. So I mentioned that we're doing the park facilities management on behalf of the city. We're a partner with Grow Hamtramck. The first trees as part of that program were planted at Veterans Park, and we're helping to make sure they thrive there. In terms of our partnership with the school district, one of the things that we accomplished last year was improving the basketball courts at the far end of Playfair over by Conant. So those were given a nice facelift, painted with striping, and the rec department came in and replaced all hoops. And so those are always very popular courts. Thank you. If you haven't been down to the baseball stadium recently, there's a lot of activity, and a lot of it is getting ready to open here in April. So the map there are the buildings that are underneath the grandstand, that have really been empty now for over a decade, essentially. So in those buildings, which have been part of a longstanding grant that the city's had, that HPC is helping to manage, we'll be opening restrooms, locker rooms, storage areas for us to be able to maintain them a little better, and some office space and a concession stand that we hope to open, for park users as well as the folks who are coming down to do baseball tournaments and things like that. So this is a really big opportunity for us to have a new amenity in the park. We're really taking the responsibility to keep these places really nice, very seriously, and are looking forward to good, collaboration with everybody who uses them to be proud of something that we've got here. The outfield at Hamtramck Stadium was completely replaced. An irrigation system was put in, so that'll be watered on a nightly basis. All new sod, a drainage system, a warning track for it. Out front, this was actually completed yesterday. There's a beautiful new rectangular planter there, so it's going to allow us to put some nice flowers in there. Still to be installed, electronic scoreboard and field lighting. It is part of the grant, and we're trying to get that accomplished before the season starts here. And in partnership with the city, the state money that came in to redo the parking lots at the one off Dan Street and the one further in the Veterans Park is almost all complete now, just some finishing touches to put on there. So it expanded the capacity for events, so we shouldn't have too many parking crunches any longer. But those really, needed to be redone based on the condition, and they're in pristine shape right now, and looking forward to enjoying them and keeping them that way. This is just a little bit of preview of some stuff that's coming up in 2026. We are fully funded and have awarded the project to do a facelift on the Hoxie tennis courts. And we have owned an outdoor fitness court for a period of time, but working with the city, have obtained funding to install an outdoor fitness court over on the Playfair side. We also have Wayne County funding to put restrooms on that side of the park as well. More than one of these projects has the opportunity to add public art to it. So we are going to have some open calls for art. The fitness court is included there. A mural on the buildings under the Hamtramck Stadium is included there too. So we really want to focus on local artists and things that reflect the community as best as they can. And so those are some of our important 2026 projects. And in terms of being able to get involved, stay involved, we have a lot of volunteer opportunities. We're trying to streamline it a little bit this year so that you can kind of sign up for a day. And I've got a list of the dates. So rather than being able to accommodate volunteers throughout the year, we're going to kind of put those into certain days you can put on your calendar. And if you want to become a volunteer, get in touch with us. We always receive donations of either supplies, materials, or money. We also have opportunities to advertise in the park that helps to defray the cost of maintaining the fields. And so if you have a business that wants to advertise, please get in touch with me or Coach Mike Wilson. And we're always looking to partner on new ideas. So some of the things that we've been doing out there are ideas that came right from the people who are in the parks that said, hey, why can't we fix this up, or why can't we bring in a program like we've never had? I've got a group that wants to have an activity in the park. And we've also got a small stipend program that supports that financially. So if you have a good idea, but you need a little bit of money for supplies or something like that, you can send us an application to potentially get funded. List of our partners, we've got a ton of programming partners, and all of this is new from, I think our team reaching out to, folks who want to do great stuff in Hamtramck, and it's just really nice to see that reception. People want to come in and do stuff, and usually that's, free of charge to us. And we've had a number of both individual and major philanthropists from this region supporting us, and, the more that we collaborate, the more we'll be able to keep that up as well. Our finances are available publicly in this regard, and that's in the printed report, which has been distributed to all the council members. If anybody would like a copy of that, see me or go to our website's electronic. And that's our board and our staff on the bottom. There's and we're on the socials here. So if you're not following us, please do. That's the best way for us to get out information is through social media rather than from our website. And with that, I would like to leave with the council members. We've got a little card of all the upcoming 2026 events. And I'm going to leave a stack out there. and I hope you all take advantage of them.
Thank you, Tom. Well, one question. When you guys create those events and also these events, the cleanup events, do we put them in schools?
Yeah,
Because that's I think where
Yeah, sure.
most volunteers would be.
we do, yeah. Yeah, we're always building connections with, the individual teachers, faculty members, principals to get that promoted. Yeah, I think we're getting better at that, but I think that's one of our biggest opportunities, yeah, thanks.
Otherwise, we have somebody here from Hamtramck.
One quick question. You said something about the lab testing for the backyard. Can you repeat this again?
Can you say again?
Lab testing in the backyard soil?
Yeah, we're going to do that again this year. So it's a program called Soil Shop, and you just have to bring in a small container of your backyard soil, and within 5 minutes they put it through a little machine. And they're able to give you the lead content, and lead above a certain level has the potential to leach onto your plant material. So you may want to think about replacing your soil if your lead level is too high in your backyard. Some Hamtramck homes have been seen to have that. I think the samples that we had last year, there was maybe only one that had it. So that was actually a good outcome.
When are they available?
That will be on Saturday, April 25th. It'll be on this list.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Now we move on to addition, deletion, and agenda approval.
Mr. Chair, I like to add the one resolution, closed session, city manager personal business.
Okay. You vote on that?
Second.
Yeah, there's gonna be a second, and then you guys vote on it, and then, so,
All
because it's about the city manager has the option of doing it in open session rather than closed, according to the rules, so he gets to pick. But he's asking for closed, he's allowed to say,
Are you
okay.
okay with the closed section?
I think I previously stated that I am asking for a closed session.
Okay, so, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Can add that to the... Okay, is there anything else?
No, sir.
No, there's nothing, then we'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
We already did, I think.
Okay. Okay,
Public comment.
so all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All opposed, agenda is now adopted. We are now to move on to public input.
All right. We got first one up is Ahmed Sharaf.
Assalamu alaikum and happy Eid. Today is the first day and it's going to be different. Couch, I should mention that in Arabic and the mayor will translate it. This is how sensitive it is. And every time I meant to speak in Arabic, because a lot of people out there in the city, it's more than $12,000. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know. I drink al-kabusti, so maybe that's why. There's more than 12,000 population who doesn't speak English or doesn't understand what's going on the city, especially with the new rules and resolution that been coming up. So I'm gonna move on and ask the mayor politely to translate that in English so they understand what I'm here for. So سعادة العمدة السيد عدي ومدير المدينة، مؤخرا منذ استلم العمدة the city to be the mayor لم أعد أرى إلا fighting over the power، صراع على السلطة. طبعا مؤخرا الأسبوع الماضي 3 resolution been passed without study. First resolution 33, but 33 has 2 sides. السيد المدير أضاف the code enforcement to be included to the CED, I guess, and Miss Elizabeth, she's going to be in control of this, which is great. She's been doing a great, fantastic job. There's no comment, and I think I'm giving her credit as a citizen. But there's one thing that I didn't see it in the resolution. How are you going to control that? She's good for it, so I would like to have an answer from him. يعني هي جيدة to move the code enforcement under the her CED, I think, right? I think that's what it's going to be. Is that right? Is it C? Yeah. So that's pretty good. الشيء الآخر, you guys move on the resolution 44 الذي يناقض its confidence. It's you just put 33 to put her in and 44 to take her out of the out of that. الحاجة الثانية, to make the city council in control. There's resolution 2021-108, which was on I think in 2021. The city council was trying to control the city manager. That means everything is gonna go through those gentlemen, that's unfair. Most cities, might I have another minute, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Please. Most cities in the United States, it doesn't work that way. If the city council want to control the city, they have to have a time and education and knowledge how to run it. With all due respect, the first thing, you approve 33, and then in 44 you want to take it. Who's making those resolutions? Why the city council in Hamtramck want to be dictated of the city? Since they started it for this year, I don't see no resolution but in control. So you guys been studying how to control the city manager position, basically. At least this is how I read it. It's a common sense. So if you have the ability to run the city, get a full-time job. Just like D-Trade, just like the other cities. But the city of Hamtramck needs to give a city manager a full power so the city will move on. There's one thing, why you hire him with $150,000 a year and then you want to take his position? It's a common sense. Please think about it. Move on, see what the city needs, not what you guys need. Thank you very much. I think I should say in Arabic.
So I don't think I need to translate it, but good points.
Yes, it's a very strong point.
Okay, next.
Mayor, can I just want to clarify something right quick, if that's okay with you? For Resolution 2026-41 and also Resolution 2026-44, those agenda items were obviously brought up by our Mayor Pro Tem and our city manager. In the documents was showing that it was prepared by our city manager, which was not the case. Due to prior practices, anytime something that was not mentioned that was prepared by, we put the city manager's name as prepared by, and just want to make sure I clarify that was not the case for those resolutions. It was not prepared by our city manager. So just want to throw that out there.
We'll discuss when the resolution comes.
Okay.
And then I do have public comment from so can I read these off too? And then before I move on? Okay. First and foremost, we have this complaint is being filed under Hamtramck City Code Title 13, Chapter 130, Offenses Against Public Peace, Sections 050-059, also commonly known as the Noise Ordinance. Specifically, Section 130.055 H2 says that any complaint regarding any alleged violation of law created by noise from church bells or the call to prayer shall be filed with the city clerk and placed on the agenda for the next regular city council meeting. I am alleging a violation. As a result, this item should be placed on the next city council agenda. On February 24, 2026, the Masjid al-Sunnah, 11306 Lumpkin Street, Hamtramck, Michigan, 48212, broadcasted the call to prayer beginning at approximately 5:58 a.m. On February 25th, the broadcast of the call began at approximately 5:57. On February 26, 2026, the call to prayer began at 5:55. This broadcasting is in direct violation of City Code 130.055, which states, call to prayer and church bells. The city shall permit call to prayer, church bells, and other reasonable means of announcing religious meetings to be amplified between the hours of 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. for duration not to exceed 5 minutes. Audio and video, he attached in the email. Under City Code 130.055 H2, the council is empowered to take all appropriate action to alleviate any complaints, including but not limited to, in order to terminate use of application. This is not the first time that this mosque has broadcast a call to prayer. outside of legal hours. This is a continuing and repeating violation. At this time, I believe that the appropriate remedy would be to have the city terminate the use of application by the Masjid al-Sunnah for violation of Hamtramck City Code Title 13, Chapter 130, Offenses Against Public Peace, Section 50 through 59. Thank you for your consideration in enforcing all city ordinance. Philip Quick. All right. That's done. I got two more. Next up, we have good evening, Mayor and council members. I'm speaking today as a concerned resident of Hamtramck. Right now, the city government looks disorganized and confusing. It seems like the rules are not being followed. The mayor and the council have different roles, but those lines are being crossed. The city charter is not optional. It must be respected. The recent hiring of a city manager has raised serious concerns. Many residents are questioning if the process was fair, transparent, and done with proper ethics. Reports of review conflict involving Councilman Naeem Chaudhry and a journalist only make things worse and damage the image of our city. There's also a clear lack of consistency. Councilman Naeem previously on council meeting raised the concerns about the hiring process but not fully supporting it. This sudden change raises questions that deserves honest answers. At the same time, senior council members with many years of experience have stayed quiet when leadership is needed the most. Silence at a time, that is not acceptable. We have already seen the results of poor decisions in the past. Some hiring choices led to lawsuits, assistant city manager, police chief, etc., costing taxpayer money. We cannot keep repeating the same mistakes. Meanwhile, residents are dealing with real problems. Our roads are in terrible condition. Basic services need attention. Instead of focusing on these issues, there seems to be too much focus on self-promotion. People do not need to be told everything is good. They want to see real results. There are also ongoing legal issues, including election-related matters and multiple lawsuits. There are serious concerns. The public deserves clear and honest updates on how these issues are being handled and how taxpayer money is being protected. At the end of the day, the city belongs to the people, not to any individual group. The mayor must follow the law, respect the process, and work the best interests of the residents. Please bring order, accountability, and transparency back to Hamtramck. Thank you, Ahmadul Ghani. Last one from my end. Hello, Mayor and Council. I'd like to begin with a belated Eid Mubarak before moving to agenda items. I echo your gratitude and recognition to Dos Locos and Balkan House for the several years of providing not only delicious food for the community, but for their presence as a place for community-based growth and connections. Both businesses generously supported community efforts, from issuing gift certificates to volunteers with neighborhood cleanups to providing food, snacks, and meeting places for important community-based conversations. I challenge you, Mayor and City Council, to build a Hamtramck infrastructure that supports all of our small businesses in ways that will allow them to thrive here in Hamtramck, in addition to expansion beyond our borders. Regarding Resolution 2026-33 and 2026-44, I first like more context. The resolution states that on March 10th, the Code and Building Departments were already consolidated under the CED office. This is working backwards. These designations are stated in the Charter as being under the Department of Public Services. Sections 31.019 states that code enforcement and issues under the Building Department are both to be managed by the Director of the Department of Public Services. To change that on March 10th and move them to CED before public hearings and a City Council vote is a violation of our Charter. Additionally, Resolution 44 is complete nonsense and appears to be written by AI and not founded in fact. Resolution 2021-108 didn't mention CED at all and simply changed the residency requirements for boards and commissions to increase from 50% Hamtramck residents to 75% Hamtramck residents. The full approved resolution reads as follows. I'm going to have to read the whole resolution. Just want to let y'all know. Resolution 2021-108 approving revisions to boards and commissions ordinance. Whereas city administration wishes to have council consider the approval of the revisions to the board and commissions of ordinance.
You have to read that.
You don't want me to? All right. Well, you guys know which resolution it is. And then I guess I'm just trying to see. I don't want to mess up and pass on anything. I urge our city government to fact-check AI before building policy on false information that it provides. Every resolution going back to May 9, 2017 is available to cross-reference in board docs. The charter is also easily accessible and can be read online. Regarding Resolution 2026-42, this is another resolution clearly written by AI and frivolous, as there are very clear rules with deadlines spelled out in our charter, Section 30.04, which I've cited in previous public comments. Section 30.007 may also be of interest as it outlines exactly how City Council should handle discussions during meetings. Changes to the Charter around these issues would need to go through the Charter revision process outlined in the Charter itself and fall into the compliance with the state law. Regarding Resolution 2026-45, who will be the policy administrator for these new rules, and will they be compensated appropriately for the additional workload? How will these changes be shared with those if it directly affects? I'm thinking specifically about volunteers on boards and commission, especially for those positions who will make the decisions on whether the individuals are using their personal social media for city businesses or not. How will this be enforced? Will the persons this will go into effect if a city official has already blocked residents? Will they be required to unblock them? While I agree with the premise that we need to establish rules on social media, there are a lot of areas of this resolution that seem unclear and difficult, if not permissible, to enforce. My last question is, what is the City Council doing to proactively protect its residents from ICE activity? We are a city of immigrants from around the world, and I fear for the safety and security of our community. Thank you, Lynn Blasi.
Okay, for the future, the 3-minute rule applies.
For the public comment too? Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Mayor.
All right, so with that said, next up we have Naji made in Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. How you doing? So my name is Naji, and I'm made in Bangladesh, a resident of Hamtramck, and a voice from the community. Okay. So I'm gonna touch on 3 issues Hamtramck residents cannot ignore, and I gave you guys some papers here you can follow along. All right. So number 1, ladies first. Right? So I recently made a post asking residents to tag the women in our community who are leaders and making a real impact. The response was powerful, guys. Dozens of names, and I'll be honest, I didn't know many of them before that. So that's a problem, right? It means we have strong women in this city, but they are not being seen, heard, or included enough in public spaces. So I've spoken to many of them myself. They want to be involved, they want to be invited, they want to feel welcomed, and they want to be heard. So I've already reached out to the city about this. My ask is very simple, right? Let's build a plan, okay? City officials, community leaders, and the women of Hamtramck working together. The new communications director should take the lead on this. Now that we know these women exist, right? We need to bring them into the conversation. That's it. Number 2, social media and respect. So right now, we're seeing council members going back and forth with residents online. Okay? We had calls to censure Councilman Saeed, right? And then now residents are calling to censure Councilman Naeem. Look, I don't care who started it. I don't care what y'all are talking about. At this point, it's becoming a pattern, guys. Okay? And it's not a good look for the city. We need to fix this. So here's my recommendation, okay? Have the communications director provide proper social media training for all council members. I know, bro, I'm sorry. That's like a lot going on with that one. So, and when lines are crossed, okay, there should be accountability. There should be like apologies being made, let's just get better with the social media, guys. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right.
Why would anyone want to censor?
Huh?
Why did they want to censor?
Oh, so I'm glad you said that. So a lot of residents are actually making public comments saying that, the comments that he made on Facebook, they were very disrespectful to the residents. There was like an argument going on and things like that. So now they're asking, for you guys to do that because you did that to Councilman Saeed and stuff.
But for the record, I did not curse at council members and elected officials. That's public comments. It's my freedom of speech, my freedom of expression. The public comments, if you can make one, I can make one too. But it's from my own personal Facebook, not the official page. And some of these are very derogatory words they use against me, and some of them use my deceased father. For the record, and deceased father, okay, it's very touching.
Yes.
And they brought somebody who's dead and passed away, and then those person has to be, I should have sued them for what they say to this Facebook. So I just replied once. I don't got time for all those social media's trailering. So, these people are very nothing to do, and they are very wasting our time and wasting, it's just ridiculous. Thank you.
I hear you. All I'm saying is some sort of.
I barely get a chance to into this, but I touched it because he touched my father's soul. So thank you, but it's okay.
Mayor, can you get one more minute since it's been a back and forth?
They always want to start something on Facebook, but I know, I replied once or twice, then I stopped.
I got you. No problem. Just some sort of training for the officials publicly. That would be.
We got enough. We've been doing this since
All right.
1996.
No problem. No problem. All right. So number 3, the last one. All right. So hiring and firing. So right now, residents are confused. They don't understand how decisions are truly being made. And when people don't understand the process, they lose trust in the leaders, right? So the Hamtramck City Charter is clear. These positions should be based on merit and handled properly. So residents are asking simple questions, okay? How many people applied? How many were interviewed? Who are the finalists? And how are the final decisions being made? This is especially important right now with the city clerk position. I mean, I personally applied. I know several others who applied. And we're still waiting for clear communication. All right, so my ask is give residents more transparency within what the charter allows, because transparency builds trust, okay? In closing, everything I'm saying comes from a place of wanting Hamtramck to grow. All right, we have the people. We have the energy, now we just need the systems to match that. Thank you, that's all I got.
Thank you. And I just wanted to clarify, some of these folks are commenting on Facebook, they don't even live in Hamtramck. They are commenting from outside of a city, they're just starting instigations and drama and chaos. Thank you.
We'll get to that in a resolution.
Thank you.
So, thank you, and we do encourage everybody to participate, women, men, everybody in our city. And we do want our woman leader to step forward, and thank you for pointing that out. With regards to the hiring, I think it's an email to the city manager or city attorney would, they would give you the answers on the process, the hiring process, and what the steps they're taking and how everything is going so far. So, okay, are there any more public comments?
We got a few. Musa Naji?
Yes. السلام عليكم. عندي مشكلة في الماء. الشهر الأول شهر 12 إلى شهر 1 $156. في شهر 2 إلى شهر 3 من شهر 1 إلى شهر 3 408. من شهر 2 إلى أول 3 إلى 10 من 10 إلى 10 509. هذا مستحيل. ما لنا وزوجتي واثنين قال. ليش من 150 طلع ل 400 طلع ل 500. إذا في ليك ما لش في أي ليك. إذا كان في ليك ليش حيطلع هذا المبالغ؟ بيطلع $50 $60 $80 بالشهر. مش 509. هذا اللي عندي المشكلة.
Okay. So basically what he's saying is that his water bill has raised from 150 to 400 something a month. And on another month 500 something a month. تعال عند الدكتور عادل وجيب لها العافية هو بنخليه هو اللي. So this is a common issue that we have in the city, and we have to look into. One thing is we've held a meeting and they're proposing to increase the water bill in that meeting and to fix some infrastructure. And we're declining that. We're going to make sure that we're going to fix the infrastructure, that we obtain grants for that, and we should not put it on the residents, the burden on the residents. So, okay, next.
Mayor Pro Tem Mohammed Hassan.
Oh.
I should be doing this.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. I don't even do that.
Maybe I'm doing it next.
Yeah, it's a public place. We can.
Yep.
It's a comment is normal.
Yep, go ahead.
Honorable Mayor and Honorable Council, City Manager and other guests. I am Mohammed Kamrul Hassan, 2425 Naval Street, Hamtramck. Came today as a resident to complain about the EMS system. So the day, Eid al-Fitr day, my wife was seriously pain and accountia, pressure. We call the EMS, we call the 911. Our police department did the excellent job. And EMS cannot be contacted, is coming over 10, 15, 20 minutes. By meantime, I call again because I don't want to call, I'm going to be angry. First, I try to with my son. Second, I have to pick call, and my police officers, they recognize me. They try to help my wife, send the car, send the officer, send the police officer, lady officer. She tried to help my wife to save her life. EMS is still not showing up. As soon as EMS show up, they're just like a normal, what's going on. That guy, Mahdi, I feel he was drunk. So he was talking abnormally. I said, do you have any medicine right now to give her? His pressure or ice, everything looks like a normal. So, okay, can you please take her to the Henry Ford Hospital right now? That's why we are calling you. We are talking, we are wasting time. So, stressor, he said, I cannot bring the stressor inside the home because she already fell down to the floor, laying down. And police officer, they are the one, and my son, everybody tried to take her out. He said it is a safety issue, and 2 people we cannot do it. So we need 4 people to the one stressor, and with the help us, he declined. To go inside the stressor, we bring outside and take to the hospital. So just want to let you know, this room, it was the council room. Okay? My 16 years, the EMS never had the room, this one. Okay? They have to stay in the car, their car. 8 hours, whatever hour service you stay. Now you call 911. After that, they pick up the phone. Maybe they're sleeping over there. Wake up and pick up the phone and dress up, go to the car and go there's the timing. So it is serious complaint. We might gonna tell them, no room for inside the city hall. It never was 20, 30 years. And they have to stay there, and response time should be like Hamtramck is the best response time we ever had it, 3 minutes. So I want everybody.
They have an excuse on why they were late.
No, they don't even want to talk. He's just thinking like he's the president of the America. That's all he's thinking. So that's all. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. I have to look into their contract and see. Might return it to the fire department. I know you don't want to have it.
No.
Whatever the desire of the council is.
Yes. We'll look into it.
All right, next up we got Mark. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at Mark right now, but I think it's you.
Okay. Mark Corey. Mr. Corey.
Well, is there another Mark in here?
No.
Okay.
So.
Good evening, and belated Eid Mubarak to everybody. Just want to go over a couple of items. First of all, May 5th is a deadline for filing for precinct delegate, and most people here have not served as a precinct delegate. You can for your party, Republican or Democrat. In fact, as I look out, the only person I know I get serious was a precinct delegate was Mr. LJ. I'm served as a Democrat a few years back. Carrie Beth Lazy recruited him back then, and I think it's something we need to get involved in. Everybody should go to the conventions and vote in the process to nominate our political parties' nominees for the ballots. It's an important job. I think more people should get involved, and I want to encourage everybody here to look into that. I know that Rabbi M.D. Alam was a fellow that does a lot of work with the Democratic Party and even the Republican Party now, I think. But I think it's something that everyone should look into, and there needs to be more of it here. When I look at the precinct delegate filings in Hamtramck, usually about maybe 5 people file for Democrats, another 7, 8 for Republicans. There are not many people run. There's a lot of vacancies. Most seats are vacant from Hamtramck. really shouldn't be that way. In fact, in Shelby Township, almost all the seats are taken. Down here, most of them are empty, so nobody even files for it. And I think it's an important job for people to go to conventions and vote for the nominee for the Democratic or Republican Party, or even Libertarian if you want to do that. Okay, but I think it's an important job. I think we're in an election year right now. I think it's really important for people to step forward and get involved in the process and vote for the people that should be in place. I know, for instance, we have the Democratic side. We have Eli Sever, Attorney General. We have Karen McDonald. Karen McDonald's under investigation now by the Attorney Grievance Commission for unethical conduct. Eli Savitz being sued by an Indian, Nimesh Ganatra, one of his deputies in the county prosecutor's office in Washington County. They're both very questionable, okay? That's why we need people on there that are serving as delegates to make sure the proper people get nominated for the correct party. We have two people running on the Republican side. We have number one, Doug Lloyd, who I know very well, and we also have Kevin Kajeski, who I know very well too. And I think it's something that if you go to the convention coming up next Saturday, we're having our endorsement convention of Republicans. Next month's going to be for the Democrats. I know the Bengali have their own caucus at the Democratic convention, so they are involved in a lot to that great extent. So I think we need to look into that. As far as the other issues I want to point out, we talked about city managers. I think we need to make the process more open and streamlined. That's how I wound up with, remember we hired back Mr. Garbarino when he came back. It was not on the agenda till a late edition, and everybody's wondering, well, how he got hired so quick. And so eventually the guy caused some controversy, to say the least. So just want to point that out. So be transparent. Thank you.
Thank you. Faisal Mohammed just walked out, so we'll save his for later if he comes back. And then last one is Ibrahim Al Jahaim.
Mayor, council, city manager, city attorney, acting clerk, and chief. I want to talk about the police department. In Ramadan, not even one incident. They did a great job. Thank you, Chief Hussein Farhan, and to the whole police department. Also, Officer Lieutenant Fidenis. This guy is like a robot. Every time I see him, he's pulling over somebody. He's doing a great job, especially by the stop signs and the young kids next to the schools. So I think he should get an award of Officer of the Year for patrolling, and he's doing a great, amazing job. I'm sure he's bringing a lot of money for the police department. That's Lieutenant Fidenis.
Well, he's very good.
And I'm in full support of Resolution 2026-39, approving the purchase of 2 police vehicles for the police department. Now let's talk about the EMS. Sorry to hear that, Council Pro Tem Hassan. The EMS was moved from the fire department in 2012. And they moved it to a private company. I think we should bring it back to the fire department. It would be a good idea. Our police response is from a minute and a half to 2.5 minutes, not 3 minutes, Council Pro Tem. The same thing with the fire department. The city of Hamtramck and Highland Park always thanks us. When I go to events and I go to meetings, with different city officials and different, I don't just come to this council meeting. I go to Melvindale, I go to Dearborn Heights, Detroit. I'm very active in the community. And they always say, you guys have the best police department and the best fire department. We should be all proud of that. Thank
you all. We're proud of our departments.
We're all set.
Okay. Moving on to consent agenda. These are routine items that will be approved by a single motion with no discussion unless a member wishes to remove an item for separate discussion. So I'm just going to read them up. A, approval of minutes from the February 24, 2026 regular city council meeting. B, approval of invoice register date ending March 24, 2026. C, approval of pre-approved expenditure date ending March 24, 2026. D, resolution 2026-36, proven temporary street closure for Hamtramck Night Bazaar series. E, Resolution 2026-37, approving temporary street closure for the Hamtramck block party. Resolution 2026-38, approving temporary street closure for the Strawberry Festival. And Resolution 2026-40, approval 2025-26 third quarter budget announcement. Does any member of the council wish to remove an item for tonight's consent agenda?
Yes, Mayor,
Yes.
I would like to remove from the consent agenda, D is like David, Resolution 2026-36, approving temporary street closure for Hamtramck Night Bazaar series.
Okay.
To new business, please.
Got it. Okay, other than that, are there any other deletions? No? The chair now entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. And now moving on to old business. Unfinished business, there is there is an item. Resolution 2026-41, establishing an employment subcommittee.
Offer.
Second.
Okay, now to discussion.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
it was not in charter, but the previous practice, 16 years, and also previous couple of mayor, we do have the employment subcommittee. There is the reason. Few of the things, according to the history, city manager of Hamtramck city not lasting more than 2 years. So one come to blame other one. So that's why we have a subcommittee stay there, oversee that what's going on, to bring to us, to this body, and explain what's happened. And when somebody present there, then they cannot hire their relatives, their friends, their other things. It has happened previously. So that's why we feel we need a subcommittee. And I'm requesting today, Mr. Mayor and Council, to create the subcommittee to help city manager in the process. Thank you.
Okay, so the concern here, while I understand the desire for transparency from the city manager, is that we still have to follow the city charter.
No problem.
As it's written in section 918, gives the city manager the executive power to appoint department heads, and section 211 strictly prohibits the council from interfering with the administration branch outside of the formal inquiry. So right now we would be stepping into the role of the city manager, where he's responsible and he would form his own committee from city department heads to choose whoever they think is good, then they present that person to us. That's how it is in the charter, and I'm afraid this would contradict the laws of the charter.
Mr. Chair, the council will going to be oversee there. It's not going to conflict. It did not conflict last 4 years.
But it doesn't mean, if it happened before, it
So
doesn't mean
if the council
right.
want to do it, we can do it. Council is the make the law. Council can say they want another law to the charter, bring to the resolution council, send it to the election. It's going to be changing. We don't want a conflict.
But I think that the city manager role would be.
It's still role is there.
He would consult with you, talk to you about the process. But to have a committee, I'm just saying that it's against the charter.
No.
Yes.
If it is against the charter, Mr. Mayor, that means last 4 years we violate the law.
Yes.
We violate the charter. No,
If you
it
did
is
that-
not against the charter. Previous practice
Well, I guess the
is
charter.
the some kinds of, it is the law. Because you will be discriminated. You did previously, you're not doing now, I'm complaining, there is the
They can
discrimination.
complain just because it happened before.
Okay,
doesn't
I
mean it
just,
was right.
okay, I just brought my opinion and see what council said.
I'm just saying, and if you vote today yes to this, then
Yeah.
you are voting against the charter.
Mr. Attorney, if I vote yes today, I'm violating the charter?
So I don't know who wrote the resolution that was attached to the agenda.
Okay.
So I know
I just voted
Armand
two
mentioned that it
sections.
wasn't Dr. Adil. So the point is that specific resolution, as I was saying, I don't know who wrote it, but it was actually relatively smart, because what it did was it created a compromise between the council and the city manager, whereby it sort of put them in an advisory role. Dr. Adnan picked out one part of it that he didn't like, which was smart. I don't remember exactly, but it was near the bottom, and he said this part is incorrect, and I think he was right. If I tweak that, I never got this resolution prior to the agenda, so I don't.
So do it that way.
Do you recall what you had pointed out that was incorrect about it? But other than that, basically what it says is that the council is in an advisory role, and from what I understand, Dr. Adnan has an interview panel in mind, and a way that he wants to do it in mind, and then him and the subcommittee can meet after that, I guess, to discuss who he picked. And or something, but basically it's just a compromise. They can create a subcommittee for whatever reason they want.
So it is
but in terms of Mr. Mayor, you're absolutely right. The charter says that the manager is in charge of all hiring and firing decisions, and that the council can't interfere really with that. The only thing that you missed, which you didn't miss, but you didn't mention, is that the city council has to approve. There's not every position but for example, city clerk, which I'm assuming what we're talking about here.
I did mention that.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you're right. Then that's you guys would have to approve.
The council approves after.
Exactly right. So that's why to work. If I could just finish my point, my final point is just basically, yes, the charter says something, and the political realities are a little different in this city. The last 4 years, as the situation has occurred, that the council has been part of it for whatever reason. And if the council is saying that I'm trying to find a common ground, I'm trying to find a compromise that fits between what everybody wants. So if the city manager says, I have an interview panel, I have a way that I'm gonna do this, here's what I'm gonna do. That's his prerogative, he can do that. And then the city council can say, no, I don't wanna pick anybody that you bring forth unless we're part of it.
Yeah.
So to try to compromise, exactly, so to try to compromise is just create the subcommittee.
Let me say
so he
this.
can
my question
bring
to
it
you.
to them. After
If we approve to the subcommittee, we are violating charter or not?
Depends on how you're structuring it. If you're as an advisory role, where you're not part of the.
If I may speak, Mr. Mayor. Okay, this is the discussion, so. Here's the thing, folks. So I was elected in 2019, and I got seated here 2020. And I had a former mayor, very wonderful lady, Karen Mayaski. Okay. From that moment, there were question about that, like why we needed a subcommittee. She explained, I cannot roll back the memory what she said, but there is a room, there is a thing in the charter say that city council can join to this processing. We're not going to be in violation of charter. It is certain part of it is we're not supposed to be interfering or directly connected with any hiring. City manager will start the initiative.
So just to attend, for example, an interview, but not have no influence.
That's what resolution says.
That's what it says.
Clear.
So that's why she created a subcommittee many times. I served with her for 2 years, and then I served 2 years with the former mayor, Galev. So 4 years, and this is my second term. So in the previous practice, nobody had an issue having a subcommittee. So if there was an issue that violating the charter, we would have had that discussion. Karen Mayaski served here 16 years.
Okay.
City council to mayor.
That's why we have legal.
So I think somewhere you're missing a part, Mr. Mayor, but it's okay, you have the right to say like that, but somewhere something missing. But I think we're not going to be in a violation of charter.
Like I said, it's not exactly. Creating a subcommittee that is not against the rules. Creating a subcommittee that takes over the process that the city manager is doing, then yes, that'll you can't do that. The city manager to be an advisory role.
This resolution not saying anything taking over manager job.
Okay.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So that I'm legal.
Then, of course, it shouldn't say that, and it won't say that. But look, let me just point out, if a department head does something miserable, okay, then we will blame the city manager. He's in charge of that person. Now, if it's our influence to hire that department head, how are we going to blame the city manager? So that's why the charter exists. That's why there's set rules. So the city manager has the authority to choose a department head based on who he thinks is good. right? And then it's up to us at the end to say, yes, we'll accept this person or not, up to this body. So my take on it, if it's just you want to attend the interviews, then I think it should be okay.
Yeah.
But if you're going to have ranking authority, then no.
I wasn't even saying attending the interviews, but even like after, here's what because I know Dr. Otter doesn't want exactly that. He has an interview panel on fine. What I was suggesting was that he does the interviews, gets, figures out who he wants, and then meets with the subcommittee and says, here's who we went through, here's why I'm picking this person. That way the subcommittee knows before the meeting who he's picked and why, and can have an informed decision. And they can tell him that point, no, we don't like that person. Or let's do a second interview, we want to see this person. Or something like that. It's up to you guys, really. But I'm just trying to make a common ground for everybody to be happy.
So what's your take on it, Hassan?
May I explain?
Sure.
Okay. So, subcommittee, just advisor, communication.
Okay.
Oversee. There is some mistake happened previously. So, and we correct it. That's all. Subcommittee job. He not gonna interview vote.
Okay.
Okay. Interview vote city manager, who he gonna keep the people. Okay. And he keep. The subcommittee will present there. They're not gonna question to the no candidate. They're not gonna interrupt. They will say, after all those things, Mr. Manager, I think you guys did very good. I think this is this, I heard something or I have some information to help him, not direct him. Okay? So subcommittee will be there no matter what. So
go ahead, City. Let's hear his input.
I'm not sure why we are trying to make it so difficult here. It's very easy here. Just look at the charter. Section 9.5, it says that the city clerk shall be appointed by the city manager with a majority vote by the council. Now it's gonna to come to you. You have the absolute authority and power to select the city clerk. This is as I'm taking the city clerk as an example here. But if you'd like to be in the room to do the interview, you still have an influence, indirect influence there in the interview process, because you have a strong authority here as city council, elected authority. So my suggestion here, let's stick to the charter. I'm not gonna to select the city clerk myself. I'm gonna to form a committee of directors who worked with the city clerk office. So they know what kind of work or what kind of experience we need, what kind of qualifications we need for the city. We have to learn from the history that happened here at the city, otherwise we are not going to be able to move Hamtramck forward. So we'd like, for me, my concern and my priority, we are going to select the most competent, qualified person for this job. And that is a promise from me we are going to do.
Mr. Chair,
yes.
If nobody want to talk, I want to clarify something.
Sure.
Go ahead. Anybody want to speak?
Yes. The charter is still same from 5-6 years, but the whole team, the mayor and the city manager, they working together with the council. They make a subcommittee. They try to work together for everything. If they work in the team, same thing, city manager with the council, should be this resolution, they didn't come out. They have to have working all together to make everything is very clear. If they working together to talk with the council, they didn't have this issue. Why you bring this issue? Because we have to have work all together, make it a team. The charter is still same from long time. I got a team with Meringa, Ken Maski, me and Naeem, and the lady, Amanda, and other people. The charter is still saying, when we working together, they don't have anything some happen, they don't have any confused. They don't have this resolution.
Yeah, so
that's why, that's why we bring this issue. Nobody asked, nobody talked, anyone from the council, we want to do that one to make the city very well.
So the first task that I'm kindly asking from, or respectfully asking from our respected council is to pick up the phone when I am calling you, or respond to a text when I'm texting you. That is part of the effective communication. I'm open to this.
Okay,
I'll do that.
Right, but look, they have 6 people. If one person they didn't come, they have another 5 people. If one person they didn't is busy or sick or anything, work for other people. Make it a team. Make a nose for everyone.
Well,
Mr. Chair, I have a clarification. Mr.
Go ahead, Councilman Hassan.
No, Mr. Abu Musa.
Mr. Mayor,
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to violate the charter if it's not allowed charter. But I'm glad and humbled to work with former city manager Karen Mayeski and
Kathy Inger.
and Mayor, City Mayor Karen Mayeski and Dr. Dali.
Just because it happened. Go ahead.
Both time, last time I was the employee subcommittee also.
Yes.
I'm very much positive. They don't want to break the rules and they do not violate the charter. There is some common ground, and I do not want to oversee. I do not want to go over him, our managers, to activate this. But some of the common ground we have to make. We have to see those things process, and I'm agree with him. If a council sit down with the interview board, kind of influence go there. But how can we minimize those things?
Okay.
Please.
Before you, I just want to make a comment. Okay. There will be some influence if there's a higher subcommittee. Let's be clear. There'll be some influence. So if you want to have the advisory role, you can reach out to him anytime. Say, okay, how's the process going? How's everything looking? Without having a subcommittee. But a subcommittee is seen, just because it happened before, we don't know the agenda behind the people that wrote it before. I'm not here to investigate what happened before. But what I know now is that there will be some influence, and I think we should not. And the charter exists for a reason. The charter set the rules there for a reason. And if you have any questions or anything, he just said that he's open to communications, and we should be in communications with the city manager. Now the issue is if he's not responsive, then that's where the issue is. Go ahead, Councilman Hassan.
Mr. Chair, we can discuss this one back and forth all night.
Okay.
Point of order, this is the resolution, call for vote. If it's get passed, it's passed, it's not, it's not. That's
Okay.
it, there's nothing else. Call for vote.
Mr. Chair,
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say one thing, why there should be a
So point of order, I'm sorry, because point of order means you vote right when he says it.
Right.
Unless Councilman Hassan wants to back off.
I back up, go ahead, Salman.
Mr. Chair, so I don't think there's a violation of charter like I have seen in other cities. Not only all the council attend the interview, there's some residents also come and attend the interviews and see. So it's gonna be more transparency to the city. Like you're
What
gonna
other
show.
cities?
I've attended one interview in village of
I haven't seen anyone.
No, there's no residence come.
Rose Common village. I have attended the interview and all the council are there. They've invited the residents, a few residents are also there, to interview the city village manager position.
Okay,
so we can show the transparency.
Just one last thing, Councilman Hassan. I just want to get the legal counsel on that. I mean, I reviewed the charter before I came, and it's clearly in violation. So
what you're envisioning is in violation, but what the compromise that I'm putting forth, that I think whoever wrote this agenda item or resolution that's in there hit on, is that as an advisory position would be okay as long as. So what he said was, if they're in their interviews, they're exerting their influence, right? He's right.
Yeah.
But if they're not in the interviews, if there is just a subcommittee where as Councilman Hassan described, the alternative to the normal subcommittee is that they're in the interviews and they're part of the rubric and everything. They're not even suggesting that for this one. They're saying, okay, you're right. The council's saying don't do that, but we want to still have some involvement in the process. And it's not something, so I think you guys are all on the same page. I think you're all on the same page. It's just, there's just argument about the semantics, when even the semantics are on the same page. So what you're saying is, it's against the charter for you to exert influence into the interviews by being part of them and choosing and be part of the choice. And what they're saying is, okay, no problem, but we want to still have a subcommittee that is involved in the process. Maybe after he does the interview with the interview panel that he picks, then he brings all the resumes, or I don't know. It's up to them to discuss.
It's very
the
clear.
subcommittee can discuss with him and figure out a good resolution together of what Dr. Adnan thinks is correct under the charter and what they would like as part of it. And
Okay.
so they're sort of, it's like a middle ground.
Here is the last statement.
But you're right. The way it used to be is.
Okay, here is the last statement. UAW contract. Okay, we don't go there. We don't get influence over there. Like a sub-month said, residents come. Mr. Subari and Naim was there. We never had a problem. So the problem will happen. End of the day, no matter what you hire, you have to bring to the council to approve. So if subcommittee is there, you don't have to lobby to the other council members. Okay, only negative way you guys thinking. This subcommittee gotta come. Hey guys, I was there. I think it's fair enough. Then I don't have to worry, and I can vote for yes. So again, point of order. Please call for the vote.
I
That's
would
all.
say, Councilman Hassan, you just said exactly what I was trying
I
to
know
say.
what I'm doing.
He's right. Basically what he's saying is, and I shouldn't, point of order means you gotta vote, but what he's essentially saying is, they have to agree anyways when it's come to council, so might as well create a subcommittee that hears him out before the council meeting, so that they can agree on it, and then you come to the council meeting, and then the person is approved, rather than you come into the meeting and the person is disapproved because they feel that they weren't part of the process.
And Mr. Mayor.
That's all.
And also, you get to pick
I hope you guys see
one
it.
or two, I believe.
That's like good. Please,
And you have a.
it's going now.
It's not about me picking.
No, it's
Even
not
if I
that.
pick all three of them, I'm just letting you
No,
know.
no, no.
I'm just worried that we will be violating the charter. That's it.
If
You
it
know?
was, we
By the-
backed
Mr.
up. We backed
Mr.
up to
Attorney, I think we have to
2020
call for
and
vote.
Point of order
26
needs
years,
vote.
you know, we had two
Let's-
mayor before you. One of them were there longest, did not have a problem, or she did not brought any.
I'm just,
As soon as
like I
approved, it's
said, I'm just
going.
worried that we would be
Any
violating the
further
charters.
charters.
It's not against the
Okay, so go call for vote, please.
If we do it the way we used to, it's against the charter. If we do it the way
So
that
the way
whoever.
that was
No, I need the way.
against the charter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, then it's not.
The way we have right now, I'm voting for that. Please.
The way that it's written in the thing.
Call for vote.
Resolution 2026-41, Councilman Salman,
Yes.
Councilman Saeed,
No.
Councilman Musa,
Over the subcommittee, yes.
establishing an
And by the
appointment.
Yeah.
yes.
Councilman Musa, yes. Councilman Chowdhury,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri.
Yes.
Resolution 2026-41 has been approved.
Okay, moving on to new business.
I think, Mr. Chair, you can finish the committee now, subcommittee.
No,
Do we need to do it now?
Yeah. You propose the two names, like Naim Chaudhary said, council will pick one.
And his advisory committee.
Okay.
Advisory.
Okay, who's the council want to choose first?
That's up to you. Our council, I want to choose,
Yeah.
I want to choose Naim Chaudhary.
Okay, Naim Chaudhary.
Oh, no, you have to take the vote. All the council maybe don't pick Naim Chaudhary.
Yeah. So you choose.
First you choose, then we choose one.
Me, it doesn't matter to you.
No, go ahead. So,
I don't
we
know
just
who
say.
to pick, you know?
No, go ahead. We're not going to take personal, please.
No, it doesn't matter with me, to be honest. So I'll just have anyone raise their hand if they want to volunteer.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Anybody volunteer to employ subcommittee? Yes? See?
Musa?
Abu Musa.
Anybody else? Okay, Saeed. Okay.
Who is that? Who's three?
And then
Naim.
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 Naim is by the council.
Yes, okay. Naim, Saeed, and Abu Musa.
Yeah.
The conflict of,
Okay.
Okay,
Mr.
let's vote.
Said doesn't want it, and now you want to do a subcommittee. It is,
Well, the other,
They have three now. They have three now?
no, I'm just telling you.
Yeah, they have
No, I
to.
don't want it.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
yeah, no, he cannot sometime come. If he want to withdraw, please. Other councilmen want to know.
Up to him.
Up to him. You want to do it, Mr. Saeed?
No, I'm not doing it.
Okay, so one more.
Okay, Sumaili.
One more.
No, then Sumaili.
Smart, that's it. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Mr.
Okay,
Brown is
so
very smart way. He doesn't put him in the part. Smart.
We vote on the subcommittee? Moving on
It's
to the
approved.
next one, new business.
Remember, guys, we do have two closed sessions, actually.
I know. Sometime, one day we went to the 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
right, let's go there.
All right.
Okay, new business.
Yes.
Item number, resolution 2026-33. First reading and setting second read of the public hearing of change to City Ordinance Chapter 31 Administrative Departments. You're gonna have a motion? Second, motion, second?
I have a motion.
Yeah, 33, this one.
All right, second.
Second, okay. Okay, so.
Can I jump in for one thing real quick?
Yes.
Because there's public comment from Ms. Blasi, who I respect very much. So I'm not speaking out against Ms. Blasi or anything. I know it's complicated, actually, even for lawyers. But, so what I'm saying is nothing against anybody, but a lot of people are saying that it's a violation of the charter or whatever. So when you open up the website to look at, you know, the AMJUR, or whatever it's called, the website that has our stuff on it, it looks like, if you see on the left thing, that the stuff under charter is all under charter, but it's not. You'd have to open charter and it's a bunch of chapters. But what we're discussing here are chapters that are under the ordinance section. So section 31, or chapter 31 and 32 are in the ordinance section. So what we're discussing is our ordinances. So with charters, with the charter stuff, you have to do a charter, you have to go through a process to change it. You have to go through a vote of the people.
Okay.
But with the ordinance, you guys can make resolutions.
We have the power.
and First and second. So that's the difference between that. The other thing that was mentioned that I wanted to address was the 2021 resolution that was mentioned that didn't, I mean, Lynn mentioned that, said that it didn't do anything with CED, but she's wrong. It's not obvious to her because it was buried in there by the previous administration. She did it for whatever reasons, which I don't blame her. She's doing whatever she's doing. But basically, if you read the ordinance, that's part of one of the attachments, they were submitting that ordinance as a change. And part of that ordinance was buried a deletion of chapter 32.6, 1, 2, 3, I think they are. And those sections pertain to CED. So she had deleted the CED department basically from the ordinances, and then thus making her sort of in full control of it without any council oversight. And I guess that's the end of that. So that's to explain what all that is, because it's not clear, I know. The 2021, if you look it up in the board docs, it's not exactly clear. She listed the resolution that Ahmad didn't read, but it's in there, and that resolution says nothing about CED. It's because the ordinance that was proposed, the proposed change to the ordinance is where the meat was. And the only reason I was able to figure this out is because the CED website lists chapter 32.06123 as being existing, but I couldn't find it in the Code of Ordinances. So I thought, this is crazy. How did this happen? Why is it listed on the website but not in the law? So I had to research, and I figured out that in 2021, Kathy removed it from the law, but didn't remove it from the website. So that's an explanation for everybody out there.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to the discussion. Anybody wanna? We'll give Dr. Adil option to speak on this, since it's you who brought up this resolution.
Okay, so when we look at the DPS department, code enforcement and the building, they are defined as two divisions under this department, like the DPS. But when we look to the reality, it has been like both divisions have been treated as standalone departments. And when I look at the chart, the organizational chart, it says that, it tells me that. So code enforcement is a separate like department. Building is considered as a department. The CED is considered like as a department. So I was looking at three key like factors to reorganize this: the functions of each department, the budget, and the staff. So the functions of the building and the code enforcement are mainly administrative. It's different than the DPS, because the DPS is manual labor. It's focused on the fixing the roads, the infrastructure. But for the building, it's showing some permits a code enforcement, giving warnings, tickets. So, and usually it's given to the either residential or commercial like buildings. So I felt like it's closely under the Community and Economic Development Department. That is why I was like thinking to restructure this under one big umbrella, one department, the Community and Economic Development Department, and we have under it like 4 divisions: the code enforcement, the building, and DDA and community development, because we are planning to activate the CDPG because it was cut off. So in order to activate this, like when I look at the budget for each one, it's small, it's dismantled, compared also to the number of staff. Code enforcement, you have 6 staff, building 3, the CED 5, and 1 is leaving soon. So if I consolidate all these, the budget along with the staff is going to be a stronger department under one leadership, under one vision that can support the community, the business community and the residential also community. So that's my vision, and maybe we can keep the DPS focused on the infrastructure and maintaining that instead of bringing these 2 like divisions to as a distraction for them.
So some brought up the concern that Hamtramck is not like other cities where there's multiple the department heads, and then the task they're saying that Isabel is doing good, and she's been doing great with the economic and community department, and obtaining grants, Main Street, all those things that she accomplished, and that if you add code enforcement, building department, then you're distracting her from other things.
Main focus.
Actually,
the main focus.
Mr. Chair.
Those like who are currently responsible for these 2 divisions, they will stay as they are. There is no damage to their job or function there.
But you're pushing those departments.
What I'm doing is expanding Director Alawi's like job here, giving him more responsibility. I'd like to focus on the oversight of these divisions as well as grants. We cannot move Hamtramck forward without grants. Now we submitted a grant for the CDS, and hopefully we are going to get that. It's over 6 million. That is going to be focused on the downtown development. We have 25% of the DDA businesses, they are vacant. That is a risk. We have to work on bringing businesses there. You know what is the strength about Hamtramck, DDA? It is the most walkable. We can turn it to be the best DDA in Michigan. Just in 2 years. If we bring grants.
Mr. Chair, maybe we're going to be all night. Okay. You, Mr. City Manager, you give your explanation to us. I give you my explanation from my side. You try to bring the section from here to here. And when you're taking the section from here to there, you workload, you're given less workload right here. So he's getting still same pay. He's been doing those 2. And Economical Development Department, only we create it for the grant money, focus on the grant money, focus on the activities, all those things. The other hand, code enforcement, the deputy director where we hire, they have to have a certificate from the Michigan state. If not, we give them 1 year. They have to do the 4.0 escort to get the certificate to be qualified for the director. That's why he can oversee the code enforcement. Okay. The other person, lot of things, don't know the code enforcement. I don't want to go lot of things. Here, Isabella is doing the very good job. You get the increment, I don't have no problem with the limit. But adding the code enforcement to her, give her more pressure. I am thinking you taking her time to research the grant. That's all I feel. Okay, and it is not the other city, big city. It is the small city. Been 30 years workload distributed as engineer. I know the line balance. It was very good balance, and that's all. I want to keep what we have as it is, not this correction.
Thank you.
Can I just correct something here? I respect your perspective, Mr. Councilman, but Director Alawi is not gonna do the code enforcement job, just to correct that. The one who is responsible for that is gonna do that because he has the license and he has the training to do that. What she is gonna do is just to establish maybe if there are like complaints about this division or this division, she's gonna to work on how to improve that, put a process that can. We are bringing a united approach here.
Okay.
One leadership. So that's
Okay,
why.
that case, my question going to be to you, what deputy director doing wrong? That's the question. So we're not going to go on this other. Go ahead, any other council?
Anybody else?
Mr. Mayor?
Go ahead.
I understand perspective of Mr. Managers, why he's collaborating and putting someone an experience and someone who's been working for the city for the last couple of years. I mean, she's really dedicated to the city. I respect that, sir. However, we're not clear. You're still keeping that department's people in the same positions. You're just having her to look over few certain things or as a director of the department. But then it will distract her regular routine work. Community economic development there's lots of application going on. She has a deadline. She has a time frame to finish those applications, and that could be a lack of time. So that's something we need to consider. I don't have no problem bring her into any department because she's really qualified. But we do want to respect that we already have a departments that's already working good. And then in that sense also, sir, you have a responsibility to look over every departments. All the director departments, if the core departments, they're not doing their job, the report comes to you, then you discipline them. So she doesn't have to be in their positions. You will be the one doing this job. I guess,
It's not about authority here.
No, not authority. It's just that you have the city manager for the entire department.
Let's call for vote.
Call the vote, please.
Councilman Saeed?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
No.
Councilman Sadman?
No.
Councilman Musa?
No.
Councilman Chaudhry?
No.
Councilman El Samiri?
No.
Resolution 2026-33 was not approved.
Okay, moving on to resolution 2026-34, establishing a vendor to provide board up services for the city of Hamtramck.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
This motion is pretty straightforward. When we have a blighted or damaged property in town, we do not have an established vendor to call to secure the property. We see it with car accidents, fires, any blighted property that we need to make safe for our citizens. So under the former city manager, Alex, he had me issue an RFP to get submit bids for services. We received 12 bids from 12 companies. The best bid came back as ServPro Team Miller, and I recommend we sign this contract.
Okay.
Any questions?
I have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Was this reviewed by our city manager? This
I submitted the information over to the city manager, and he put it on the agenda.
And so, that's all good. They're good company.
What's the detail of the contract?
ServPro.
I wasn't sent the contract here, so I can't.
What's your question?
So our question is like, when our chief submitted to you the documents, did you review that, and are you okay with that? Because we did not review, or we did not have
I
any.
discussed this with our CFO, yes.
And that
And
that you were gonna be okay?
Yes, the outcome of that discussion was yes, we need this service.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
All right, Councilman Samiri.
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Councilman Saeed.
Yes.
Councilman Salman.
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Councilman Chaudhry.
Yes, sir.
Resolution 2026-34 is approved.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Now moving on to Resolution 2026-35, approving the 2025 Wayne County Hazard Mitigation Plan.
I'll make a motion.
All right, again, this is a kind of a housekeeping resolution. Every 5 years, the Wayne County Hazard Mitigation Plan is updated. It's about a 900-page document. All the communities, all 43 communities in Wayne County come together. We set the priorities and we set the mitigation strategies for the county and we direct them. So each community that participates has input. I participated in the planning process. We stated what Hamtramck's needs were and what we see as the threats to our community that we may need outside help. This is a key piece for us. This makes us eligible for any FEMA funding or anything following disaster. By us participating, this gives us a mitigation plan in place, which is the #1 factor in them allotting FEMA funding if there is a disaster here.
Nice. Okay, so what, can you clarify what it involves? Is that gonna cost anything?
It costs us nothing. There's zero cost to this. This is us saying that, yes, these are the hazards that we have identified for our community, and we are part of this. We submitted them, so now they're in a big plan. So if something happens, there are mitigation efforts in place that say, yes, Hamtramck participated in this. They can release FEMA funding here to help us and our citizens for disaster relief.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Disaster relief.
Let's call anybody else wanna? No?
No, sir.
Councilman Chaudhry.
Yes, sir.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Councilman Salman.
Yes.
Councilman Saeed.
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri.
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Resolution 2026-35 has been approved.
Thank you.
Okay, Resolution 2026-39, approving the purchase of 2 vehicles for the police department.
I'll make a motion again.
Second.
Okay, Chief, go ahead.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, Honorable Council members, Honorable residents. I'm here to present a resolution to purchase 2 2025 Ford Explorers all-wheel drive for our patrol division. The cost for the equipment for the vehicles is $54,888, and each vehicle would cost $49,045. For the total cost of the 2 vehicles would be $98,090. The total cost with the vehicles and the equipment will be $152,978. That is to outfit the vehicles with all police equipment, and this money will be paid out of the federal narcotic forfeiture funds by the city of Hamtramck Police Department fund. So it will not be something that the city taxpayers pay. So, and the 2 vehicles that are currently being replaced from our regular patrol that are going to reserves will be replaced in 3. I'm sorry.
Can address this board.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. The 3 vehicles will be moved out of service from the reserves, and the 2 vehicles that are being replaced from our regular patrol will be going to the reserves, sir.
So can you explain again where you said the fund is not coming out of the?
General fund.
Not the general fund, sir. It will be coming out of the federal narcotic forfeiture fund.
Okay, so my understanding is that we lack police officers, not vehicles, that we have plenty of vehicles. Isn't that the case?
This money has to use.
So we have 2 vehicles that we need to replace, sir, with over 60,000 miles. Those vehicles are right now they're breaking down, and it's costing us a lot of money to keep up. Normally, any police vehicle over 50,000 miles, sir, that's considered a lot of miles on a police vehicle, the way they're driven. So it would in the long run, we would lose money by keeping those vehicles in our fleet.
Okay. Okay, so.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
I think, Mr. Chief, my mayor wanna bring the point, we need the more police officer, not the car.
We are.
I understand. So those money you cannot use for the hiring purpose. You have to use for the all those.
Just saying, if we can use it for drones for something.
Sir, I'm glad you touched on
Okay.
that, and we're gonna have other resolutions for you on that, which I'm
Okay.
sure the council members, Your Honor, you guys, you'll be surprised and happy with the work that Mr. Molesky's has been doing on this since I got here. He's been assisting me with many projects that we'll be excited to show the public.
So my take on the vehicles, if we can use the money for something else, and if we have those 2 old vehicles, just get rid of them. If you have plenty of other vehicles, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we're gonna get rid of 3 vehicles that are being replaced we're gonna sell them, auction them off, the ones from the reserve. They're breaking down constantly, and they're not doing us any favor by having them. Having insurance on them probably will save us money if we get rid of the vehicles, sir.
Yeah, so do we need to get 2 other vehicles, or can we use the money for something else?
No, we can't. We could only use them for technology and vehicles, and if we did not need them, Mayor, I would not have brought them up here. We are looking at the technology. We sure could have used all of it towards the technology we're trying to do, but we do need those 2 vehicles.
Okay. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Just to clarify this, as my previous practice that the vehicles does need after certain mileage, the vehicle needs to get replaced. I think it's regulated by the state or charter. I'm not sure which one it is.
Councilman Charlie, I think with the vehicles that we're having right now, we're having, like, we had to foot a $9,000 bill to do major repair on a vehicle. And it's that once you start paying these kind of bills, you need to kind of recycle those vehicles out of the fleet.
Right, yes. Okay.
So I see what you're saying.
Yes, thank you.
If we pass this resolution now, when you receive the vehicle?
Oh, it takes a long time. Sometimes we could be looking 4 to 6 months to get them.
Okay, anybody else? Okay. Call the vote.
Councilman Al-Samari?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes, sir.
Councilman Saeed?
Yes.
Councilman Salman?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Chaudhry?
Yes.
Resolution 2026-39 has been approved.
Can I say one more thing, please?
Go ahead, Chief.
Mayor, I will be in front of you with the technology portion of the updates we're doing shortly.
Oh, it sounds good. Thank you, Chief. Resolution 2026-42, amending the standing rules of procedure of the Hamtramck City Council, established agenda submission deadline, restrict walk-on resolution, require layover of non-emergency items, and mandate fiscal impact statements. Need a motion?
I got a motion.
Second?
Yeah, second. Okay. Let's discuss this.
Mr. Chair.
I wasn't.
So the reason for this resolution is that we, kind of like what we did in this meeting, where, for example, Hassan and other folks have a resolution, they provide it as per the charter to the city manager, and we put it on the agenda and give the public a time frame to look at it and attend the city council meeting if they have any input on the resolution. Now, this would set a standard that only emergency things that we would have to include same day resolutions on the agenda or in the meeting. So this is the reason for this resolution. And does anybody have an input on it?
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Mayor Pro Tem.
With respect to mayor and all elected officials, okay, nothing personal. The system we have is very good.
It's not.
Okay. I just want let me speak
It's
up.
not, but go ahead.
Okay. So we don't have 20 years any problem. I want to give you one example why we have an addition and deletion established here. There is the one writer, Leo Tolstoy. He got a prose 3 questions. Just 3 questions. what is the important person, what is the important time, what is the important work to do. So important time is very important. Here, we never bring every time, anytime, the resolution add and delete, move, no. So there is the time we bring and I follow the process. Of course, after your discussion, after a couple of criticize, okay, we're not practicing our the mandate, and I did it. So we're gonna tell the council members every day Wednesday before 12 o'clock they're gonna send the resolution. Even also public, they can send the resolution too. Okay, that will follow that. But restricting our council power to adding resolution.
It's not restricting.
Okay, I'm just talking.
Okay,
That's what I feel. I don't know how other people.
yes.
So, and you're listening to the people. Again, I have to tell you, maybe the people who making Hamtramck all the time problem. Last 16 years, they never say one good word for me. I have done a lot of good things. Always criticize against me. Always criticize the people who does the good job. Always try to bring the wrong information, make the chaos. Okay, the addition and deletion is there. It will be there. Again, even though your resolution, this one, you adopt it today, there is the lawyer have to know also. If I call, I want to suspend the law. Boom, all the law is gone. For vote, I suspend the law, I can bring anything I want. So why we are going all those three things, all those
If it's
things.
an emergency, you can do that.
Well, no, well, it is up to our power. I'm not going to give my power to you or manager. Very clear.
But it's against the charter.
No.
Yes.
I read the charter word to word.
Yes.
Show me one charter against the
It's
charter.
against the charter,
No.
where the charter says only emergency.
That was
items can
okay.
be added
Okay.
to the me- to
The definition of emergency.
Basically, okay.
Definition of emergency.
This is a loophole, Hassan. Look,
Yeah.
this is a
No,
loophole.
me and you not
Let me tell
arguing.
you, like there's a charter and then there's a meeting agenda, but there's a loophole that says, okay, you can break the charter if you suspend the rule, and then you can add whatever you want.
Now you making the violation.
No.
Suspend the law is not the violation of the charter.
Okay,
Please.
it's not. But
No,
when you
no,
add as soon
no.
as as soon as you
Well, why you have to, as a mayor,
What does
new mayor, you have to bring all those things as a new manager? Why all those chaos we have to bring here? Why we cannot work together?
Exactly, we should work together.
So I
That's
don't
what I'm
need
saying.
that. I want to work together with you.
No.
No resolution. Not
No,
this one.
No, we work together
No.
by.
Your mentality, Mr. Mayor, not coming.
No, your mentality is not. But
Really?
Listen.
Really? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, when I'm talking,
Come for both.
can you please listen when I'm talking? Okay, so here, this sets a standard. That's how we work together. We set rules and standard for us to operate.
It's already
this
been
board.
there.
Can I?
Yes,
talk?
sir.
Okay, so when we set our standards and say, okay, guys, let's listen up. Every time we meet here, if there is an emergency, we'll suspend the rule and add this emergency. But as soon as you leave this loophole where anybody can suspend the rule, and then we start adding resolutions that don't give the residents enough time to look at, to come and place their public comments. That's the issue here, like we've done in the past couple meetings. I did not bring this resolution up because from people or an advice from anybody online. It's not. It's because of my experience in the past few meetings where I see that resolutions just added normally. Then what's the heck is the point of having the agenda in the first place and adding resolutions by a certain deadline? What's the point of having the charter? The charter clearly states that we have to follow the rules and that we have to give the public enough time to review these resolutions and look at them and attend and put their input.
Emergency kill us everything.
If it's an emergency, then...
So I don't, okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Mayor, go ahead, please, we're gonna be whole night here.
Yes.
If there's any council member want to speak, they can speak.
Yes, any council member have any input? Okay, then let's call the roll and go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, discussing this event today. I do not go back too far. I was the victim for those things, and I was accused for those addition and deletion. But still, I do not want to give up my right.
Yeah, the addition, let me clear this. Addition and deletion is still there. This is for when you close the meeting and the rules, you say, okay, no more rules, let's add this resolution, let's vote on it. But you can add from the agenda in the beginning, add, delete, all that, all the rules for the authority that you have is there. This is for when we unfollow, not follow the charter. When we say, okay, let's suspend the law. What does suspend the law means? We suspend all the charter and everything, we throw it, put it aside, and then we make our own whatever, then we come back to the charter. You see what I'm saying? So what we're doing here is correcting that. It's your authority, your, is still there.
Now, can you read the whole resolution? Again, if everything same, why I need today this law? Why I need this resolution today?
Because you keep suspending the law.
I
You keep
have to.
suspending the rules, not
I'm
the
gonna
laws.
do
It's
it.
not the law, it's the rules.
Yeah.
You keep suspending that.
Yeah, I will do it.
And
every day. If I
And that's
need
why
to.
we have this.
No,
Because you
I
keep
don't
doing
need
it. And you're not giving the public enough time to put on
Well, no,
ideas
no, no.
that you have.
Public.
Mr. Mayor, I'm almost done there. If some emergency things, we need to add previously. But I
Yeah,
don't
we
want
have
to
that, we have
lose, but I do not want to lose my rights and my.
You're not losing your rights.
You predict, you just tell me.
It is, Mr. Mayor, I'm very unfortunate. I'm not, I think I'm losing.
Okay, let's call the vote.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to speak just based on this thing. Gentlemen, whatever we try to do, we try to do for the best for the community. Think of this as a small community, and we have due diligence, we have responsibilities. Mr. Mayor is trying to clear up some confusion. Okay, we had some of these council members snuck in some of these resolutions, before it was posted or published. But I'd like to ask Mr. Attorney that these resolutions that 2026-42 amending, does that mean that when we are having a council meeting and we suspend the law, do we not going to, we do not suspend the law, or we're just?
I can read it to you.
You can still suspend the law.
Law?
Yeah.
Okay, well, excuse me, yes.
Yeah, you can just still
Suspend the law,
and you can add any resolution that's an emergency or that needs to be done today.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's still the same. The only thing is, if we feel like, okay, this is not needed today, we can say, okay, no, this is not, we don't have to have it today. We'll have it on the next meeting.
So who's gonna
That's
decide
the
that?
only-
So it says, if a resolution is introduced via a suspension of the rules and does not meet the immediate emergency criteria set forth in section 2, it shall automatically be laid over without further vote. This layover period allows the public and city administration time to
Yeah,
review the
it's not
text
an
and fiscal impact.
No, it's
So
taken-
basically, if you do a suspension of the vote and say, I'm gonna add this, if it's not an emergency, according to the immediate emergency, which the mayor would determine,
No.
then it
No,
would
it's
be
not
just
me. It's
automatically
listed.
laid
It's
out.
listed.
Okay.
It's
It'd be
listed.
automatically moved to the next meeting, basically. It wouldn't be not
No,
heard, it would
here's
just be
the
moved to
one.
the next meeting.
If you say no,
It's
we
not me.
cannot do it.
No, it's not me. It's,
What does that mean?
It's listed there, the
No,
emergency.
I missed the question, I'm sorry.
Okay, I try to bring the resolution emergency today.
Okay.
Addition and deletion. Mayor disagree. Then-
If this resolution passed,
Yeah,
okay.
so then I cannot bring it. He disagree.
All right, let me look it up again,
No.
one sec.
I wrote through. It's
No,
not that
so
way.
why you bring this resolution?
Look, you're trying to frame it that way. That's what you're trying to do.
No.
But look.
No new resolution or
You can't make
substantive
it
Hold on,
motion.
It's listed. It's
Hold on.
listed what the emergency.
No
is.
new resolution or substantive motion may be introduced by suspending the rules during a meeting unless the presiding officer determines that an
And just the
immediate
presiding
emergency
officer
exists as defined herein. An immediate emergency means any of the
Yeah.
following, and that it's a circumstance that threatens public health or safety, requiring immediate council action, a legal deadline, court order, or judicial directive that would result in financial loss to the city, entry of default judgment, or violation of court order if council does not act immediately, a state or federal agency deadline for accepting a grant or a funding award, so on and so forth, a sudden vacancy or appointment requiring immediate council action to maintain lawful operation of a city department or function, and any other circumstance that the
So
presiding
basically,
officer,
any emergency will be accepted. Look,
any other circumstance that the presiding officer
any
is reasonable
emergency will
exercise.
be
What's the
accepted
presiding officer?
automatically.
What's that?
Who is the presiding officer?
I mean, the mayor.
So that means we are giving him power. He will decide
What
it
does
is
it
good
say
or
about the
not.
presiding officer?
It says it's the mayor.
The full statement.
It just says in parentheses, the
No,
mayor.
if we leave this one.
It says presiding officer in
What is
parentheses,
the main concern?
The main concern is.
What you lose,
The
what you
main
lose,
concern,
the
people
problem.
would keep presenting resolutions here that should have been brought Friday or Saturday.
Who don't wanna bring any?
For the public to hear.
No.
I mean,
If they're not emergency.
I can tweak it if you don't want the mayor to be the presiding officer.
It's
But I'll
okay
make
with
the
me.
decision. I
It's
can
okay
change
with
it.
me.
Okay, if mayor don't represent this, what is the difference, old one and new one? It's the same.
No.
Well, defining,
No.
I think that
No.
immediate
Okay, you know what, go for both.
point of order. Thank you.
When you go to the board, can you discuss your bit more?
Councilman Sedman called point of order.
Yeah, point of order, Mr. President, call for both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Councilman Hassan.
Me? You know my name?
Yes.
You put me in the spot, no.
That's okay.
Councilman Samari.
No.
Councilman Said.
Yes.
Councilman Salman.
No.
Councilman Musa.
No.
Councilman Chaudhry.
No.
Resolution 2026-42 was not approved.
Okay, moving on to the next resolution. Resolution 2026-43, second discussion of introducing ordinance number 2026-001, Unity Commission, and setting a public hearing.
Make a
Okay, so I
motion.
did get, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Motion and second.
Okay, let's get a motion first.
I make a motion.
Second.
Second.
I did get one email about this from Ms. Alley regarding, she said that it wouldn't be proper for the CED to be the, what was it, Isabel?
Sure.
If you could.
As written, the Human Relations Commission, which Unity Commission would replace essentially, was under the direct supervision of the city manager. And this ordinance proposes that CED would oversee it instead, which if we're talking about encouraging mediation in citywide issues and especially personnel-related things, it just didn't seem like. Also, I wasn't aware that, not that I would not step up to be helpful, but I don't think that CED is the proper department to oversee it. I think it should remain as the supervision of the city manager.
So if you guys pass this and want to amend it to honor what she's asking, I'll change the, and we'll set it for a first reading at the next meeting with the new language.
No problem.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Discussion about the resolution 2026-43. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah.
Offer?
We already did just discussions.
No discussion.
If you guys could just do the motion to amend based on what
Can we
Isabel
do it,
said.
right?
We need to finish F and Frank 2026-43. Then we can go ahead. We
Right,
just
for this
made a
one,
motion.
if you could amend it to,
Right
if
now, we
you
can-
could amend it to say that the city manager oversees it rather than Isabel.
Mr. Chair,
That's all.
I'd like to amend the resolution 2026-43 in a state of CED oversee the department going back to city manager.
Perfect.
Second.
Okay.
So it's amended now.
So.
No, we
gotta
have to
vote on
favor all those things, amended resolution.
If there's no discussion, then I'm on the-
Individually. Can you call the vote?
Yeah, I'm doing a call to vote for the amended one.
For the
Yes.
amendment. And then you
Thank
vote
you.
on the, yeah.
Oh my
So the
God.
appointment is though by the.
No, it's still amended first.
No, nothing changes except for the oversight of the committee. Just basically, if anybody brings a problem if they have to coordinate some sort of issue,
Goes to city
it
manager.
goes to the city manager and he coordinates with the
Yeah.
the committee. But you would be in charge of who's on the committee or who's off.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Who is the committee chairman? That's the
Okay, let's vote.
Councilman Samari.
Yes.
Councilman Said.
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Councilman Salman.
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Councilman Chaudhry.
Yes.
Resolution 2026
No, you
No,
just changed,
it's
you amended
amended.
it. Now you
Yeah.
gotta vote on the actual resolution.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
So
do
just
the
call a
poll
vote again.
All right. Councilman Samari.
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Councilman Said.
Yes.
Councilman Salman.
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
And Councilman Chaudhry.
Yes.
Resolution 2026-43 amended has been approved.
Okay, the resolution 2026-44, reversing the removal of council oversight of the Community and Economic Development and clarifying code enforcement structure.
Offer. Second.
So I just want to say, I didn't write this resolution, so if this is going to pass, I have to rewrite it. This is-
Yeah, I'm gonna give you clarification on that one. Okay?
So I can explain what I think is going
it's
on.
unnecessary because we're already not.
My resolution, Mr. Chair.
But go ahead.
Okay, okay, so this is the resolution, I sent it to you, to the city manager. So we are reversing the CED going back to the council because 2018, it was underground, a resolution was hiding, and that day I was not here. And couple of council members already had a good ground, trusting the city manager did it, but it was need to be reversed. So it is, explanation is going back to the council. And clarification of the code enforcement, the resolution A already clear that the clarification code enforcement is remaining to the DPS. So that is the resolution. And
Essentially what he's asking is, and I tried to explain this earlier, and I know it's not the easiest, it's complicated, but in 2021, there was something called Chapter 32.61, 62, and 63. And it was rules about CED, the ordinances, not the charter. And that basically, I mean, it doesn't give the council control over CED. That remains with city manager. What Kathy had done at that point was remove it so that she can control the salary of the CED director and not need council approval to hire a CED director. So basically, right now, this is not going to change anything for us because we already have Isabel. She's already getting paid. She already has a salary. There's nothing for the city. But this is, I think he's asking from, I'm trying to gather the whole thing. So what he's asking is to reverse it back to what happened in 2021, which was the removal, to reintroduce Chapter 32.6, 2, and 3 as they were before Kathy removed them in 2021.
coming back to
That's
the
what you're
council control, one sentence.
And then the council control, as he's talking about, is just the salary and the approval of who
Normal
the
other
CED
department.
director is.
Normal.
So if, for example, Isabel gets offered the job of governor tomorrow and she becomes their new governor, that would be fantastic, but then we'd have an opening. And if you were to change, right now, if it's as it is, then the city manager would be able to hire whichever CED director he wanted. He wouldn't need council approval, and he could set the salary as much as he wanted. This would just bring it back to how it was at 21 in 2021. However, again, so that's an ordinance. This is a resolution, so this isn't proper. What he's asking for, we'd have to bring it back as a first reading at the next council meeting. So if you guys pass this resolution, you'd be basically, this is not what it, you'd be saying to me, draft the ordinance and bring it back as.
We could table it.
Well, that's pretty much what you're doing. You're gonna have to rediscuss it next meeting and the meeting after that to pass it.
Okay.
So it would take this meeting and 2 more meetings to pass what he's asking. So it's not just today. It would be, I'd have to bring back to you
That's to the table now.
the what it is
We
for
are
the next meeting.
approving and bring the new ordinance for the CED next council meeting for
Okay.
hearing.
So I would amend this if you could to that.
Or we can table it to the next meeting.
Right.
after.
And just ask me to write it
And
out.
again,
Right.
the.
Yeah, tabling is fine.
Okay.
Now hold on, here is another section. Clarify the code enforcement. It is already been clarified, code enforcement remaining to the DPS. I just want to say that.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So to table it, we just pass it.
Or we can pass it.
Pass it, and then we can.
We can bring it, yeah, we can pass it, we can bring it next council.
If you're tabling it, I'll.
No, I pass it the law, you bring the resolution next week.
Hassan, can you?
No, you don't have to table.
Okay. It's not Shah. Okay.
Go ahead, vote.
What is it?
I would amend it to direct me to draft the ordinance,
Yeah.
if you could.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mr.
Hassan,
Chair?
do you want to just take the chair position?
No, no.
Okay, can you please
No.
ask for permission to speak?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So let's make then amend the rules. Yes. Okay. So
We have to amend, you cannot amend.
okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That's okay.
Mr. Chair, 2026-44.
Hassan, can I talk?
Okay.
Okay. So let's make a motion to amend the resolution based on what the term was saying.
Yeah, I make a motion.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. So
All those in favor?
now we just vote on it.
Yeah, there's no discussion.
Okay. Vote, can you call the roll?
So we're voting on the reverse or?
The amendment.
As an amended?
Amend to-
There is no,
to direct
no
the
code
attorney to
enforcement.
amend it
Nah,
to-
exactly.
Hold on, there is the,
Muhammad Hassan.
no.
Don't, when you talk, ask me.
Mr. Chair, may I turn now?
No.
Why not?
Can you call the roll, please?
Yeah,
Councilman Hassan.
what we are voting.
To amending and allowing the city attorney to amend it based on what you were saying.
Okay, minusing clarification of the code
We'll discuss it
enforcement.
with him.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay, then we'll vote on it
No, I
again.
understand everything. Just
Yeah.
vote.
Go ahead.
I got it.
Yep.
Yes,
Okay, Councilman Saeed.
No.
Councilman Sadman.
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Councilman Chaudhry.
Yes.
And Councilman Al-Samari.
Yes.
So the amendment was approved. Now we're gonna vote on
Correct.
actual.
That's correct.
Okay, so let's go with Councilman Chaudhry.
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Councilman Sadman.
Yes.
Councilman Saeed.
No.
Councilman Hassan.
yes.
And Councilman Al-Samari.
Yes.
So the amended resolution on 2026-44 has been approved.
Okay, moving on to resolution 2026-45, a resolution adopting an official social media use and moderation policy for the city of Hamtramck, incorporating Exhibit A as the Hamtramck social media decorum policy and providing related matters. Can I get a motion? Motion.
I got a motion.
Second.
Okay, so the reason for this is we have on social media, for example, where people, because we open the comment section and we have people that comment out of the blue about things unrelated to the post. Some of it is bigot or racist or unrelated basically to whatever we're posting. So this would give us the option to hide or delete the comment, basically. And since it's a government page, we can do that without passing this resolution.
Mr. Ma'am, this is a new position you're creating?
No. This is on social media, Facebook.
Facebook.
When we post something, and somebody posts a comment that's negative or out of they can criticize, and it's okay, we won't delete that. Or they can say something, anything, as long as it's related to the post itself, it's okay. But if they're talking about, Hamtramck is this, then we can hide
Who
the
will be the admin? Who will be the admin?
Admin, we already have admins now, like Omar's, myself, and other people.
If somebody make a negative question about you, can I delete it or who's gonna be deleting?
No. If they make a negative comment about me, it's okay.
No.
It's only when they talk about, something that's negative and has nothing to do with the post itself. So Omar, I think we have several people on the page who admin the page, and they would be able to see if it follows the rules or not.
Do you paying any extra
No.
salary for this?
No.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
May I?
Go ahead.
Okay, so this resolution, nothing personal. The Hamtramck city, now everybody talking, is the chaos media city. That's all, I have a report coming. So, a lot of chaos, that's media. Only one person we pick, that is our mayor. Only mayor can speak on behalf of Hamtramck city, nobody else. And also, if mayor need to discuss with attorney, and attorney will advise mayor to speak. A spokesperson is the Mr. Mayor. I don't want any 4 or 5 people over there because it is the Hamtramck city. We did not, some of our, from the city, somebody brought some people as a team. That is the one our community criticized very bad. Bad criticize the person, review newspaper, all day long, rest of the life, only negative for our community, never was the positive. That person inside the city hall with this room, I'm not going to accept that one. I'm going to accept only my mayor or from the responsible person from city who mayor select, that I will accept. Rest of the one, I will not accept. Only Mr. Mayor can speak. We never, no councilman, we never speak. We say, oh, you want to talk? You talk to my mayor, I'm not going to speak. only the mayor. When the employee issue come, Mr. Manager. That's it. And we don't want to bring the chaos here. That's all my opinion.
Okay, so so just to clarify more, Mr. Abu Musa, Councilman Abu Musa, is this resolution is, we've noticed, previously they wouldn't open, the city would not open the comment section on the social media posts. We didn't, people the option to comment. And it's because of all the negativity that we see. And recently we saw, asked them to open that section for people, because we want to hear from people, their input, and see what they think about what we post. But we've noticed that a lot of people, most, if not all, from out of Hamtramck posting stuff that are irrelevant, that are, racist or bashing our city, and that I think are not. We should not allow this kind of type of comments. That's all.
Mr. Chair?
So, yeah.
Are you asking this resolution to have the officials, city official, non-official, not to comment, or are you talking about the entire public would not be commenting or replying to each other?
So, anybody that puts a comment, regardless who, doesn't matter who.
Okay.
That's negative and has nothing to do with the post. For example, if we post something about an event coming up, and they say, well, Hamtramck, you're a third world country. You this, that has nothing to do with the post. So we give Omar the option to hide that comment. That's it. Because as a government, you're not allowed to do that without setting a policy, and we're setting a policy.
All right.
I did, just to jump in, Mayor Habib contacted me and said that he wanted to do a social media policy. He sent me some points that he wanted, and I researched it thoroughly. The reason that it needed to be researched thoroughly is because there's a lot of First Amendment case law. We've obviously had our own First Amendment case in the past, the Pride Flag case, that new one, of course. But we don't want to fall into any sort of trap like that where it's an easy lawsuit from the public. So I made sure to thoroughly research it, the different case laws that apply to this, and I structured this media policy and resolution around exactly that. And in fact, I even made some concessions to FOIA to make sure that we're not deleting stuff that could be FOIA'd in the future and keeping a log and all that. So it's definitely on point. It's been researched and vetted. Other cities have social media policies, and we're not allowed to stop anybody's First Amendment rights of commenting. This is specifically, with our specific policy, we can set specific rules that are rigid and don't violate the law. So that's what we did here.
Okay.
I have a law, no problem, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
But I have the committee member problem. I only want you, Mr. Mayor, Omar, that's all. I don't want anybody else from outside. That's all mine.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not talking against.
Will this put, let's say hypothetically, a elected official made a comment, thank you, or whatever, and that comes in, like it becomes an issue, and
it's not an issue.
No, cannot be.
No, it is a comment, thank you, or maybe it's offended to somebody else. Why did you thank you to this person? Then what happened? We get lawsuit, we get a question. Wait a second, sir. I understand. This is, you bring in, I think a lot of these people are just keep pushing things to this city body to just make it a little bit harder on us.
No,
excuse me, sir, it's my turn.
Go ahead.
Please.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of things, I read, I don't reply, but when it was very directly to my family members, who this is, and I replied to him, because he was not hired as a city manager, that's why he's kept on attacking me. But anyway, that's the past. But I moved on, but he didn't. So anyhow, I'm gonna comment during my city council report, to Mr. Najib, really, because I've been here 30 years. And I've been doing business in Hamtramck for 30 years. And I know this city very well. 1 second. So this is why a lot of things you need to filter, just cannot be taken in quickly. Based on this, I think we're gonna make it difficult for us. Certain time we may make mistake. We may not be perfect. And then it will fall on us to hold it against us to say, you did this, you say this. Now we're gonna have to seek for an attorney to represent us. Something like that, you know? Because
City manager's asking to table it. He said he has some ideas. And
I would say it's need to get a table. Thank you.
My suggestion is to table this because I have also feedback about this.
Okay.
My only concern about this policy, while I understand the goal behind this is good, the goal is good, but discuss that with me first, because I have to see. You are gonna to drag one of my team and distract him from doing his job. Omar, if he's gonna be involved this, like following all the comments, and he's gonna to forget about his job, like he's a communication admin, you know?
Yeah,
We have to
but
consider
why would
that.
he could forget his job?
That's why
He doesn't have to
let's
delete the
table it. Let's table it. Discuss that, and I will provide my own
I don't-
feedback.
Yeah, I think we should vote on it, and that's it, you know, whether they agree or not, it's okay.
Mr.
But I
Mayor,
think
if you
it's
are,
a good idea that may be, and the city attorney have already discussed. It's just basically people that are being negative on Hamtramck, who don't live in Hamtramck, they come and comment, we can hide it. That's it, that's all it is. It has nothing to do with the personal
Who's gonna
Facebook or the
follow?
council or nothing.
Mr. Mayor,
gonna-
30 seconds, just say. If we could do table, it's okay, but if you will be the admin and Omar will be admin, I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
If somebody third party,
According
we
to
should
according to it, it says that the city manager has the authority to appoint whoever he pleases. So
I'm
if he's
asking
appointing
in
them
front of the
to.
city manager, ask you
Omar
that.
is the
We
problem.
can call
Omar
somebody
or-
else. It's okay.
Or
We
you
can
can
change
involve
it
city manager to 3 of those.
if we need
whoever.
to.
I have no problem to appoint Omar, but what I'm saying here that Omar he has a lot of on his plate.
He doesn't have to delete. He has the discretion. Okay?
Are you gonna? Do you have the time to follow all the comments there?
No.
I don't want to drag Omar.
He doesn't have to do all the comments.
So-
Okay, let's just.
Let's
go
believe
back.
it, we are at this time.
All right, let's vote, ma'am. Go in order, please.
All right, Councilman Salman.
I abstain.
Councilman Musa.
For mayor and you and manager, I'm okay.
No,
No,
it's not
no, the
okay.
resolution
No.
is the city manager will appoint the committee person.
What?
He's saying the city man, like when
Yeah,
city
yeah,
manager
resolution
appoints
said what resolution said.
the person who handles the.
Yeah, it's like
I'll just
Omar.
read it.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Omar, basically, yeah.
But it's, yeah. I mean, it's not an appointment. This is just setting a rules for
Mr. Chair,
social.
it's already have three
Yeah.
people appointed there. That is the conflict of the community. That's the conflict of the community. Those is the newspaper, wrote everything, and that person is already here. A previous administration, previous elected official, we cut their ad and everything because they against the city.
So it says the city manager shall designate a staff member, quote unquote, the policy administrator responsible for maintaining the archive required by section 8, which is for FOIA, coordinating staff training on this policy, conducting an annual review of the policy in light of developments, and responding to user review requests under section 7. And so basically it's up to the city manager to appoint somebody.
So
In this case, probably how much.
That's why city manager saying the table it,
Right.
then go discuss with the council and everything, because the elimination or adding member or that's all.
So do we need to make a motion?
I don't
to
know.
table it?
Are you guys voting on it? I think somebody said point of order, so you gotta vote
So you
on
gotta
it.
vote on it.
We're already voting on it. It's not a big deal. It's not
Okay,
that
go,
big.
All right.
We can,
It's a
I think we already started voting, right?
It's okay.
Councilman-
We already
Councilman
started.
abstained. Councilman Naeem just asked a question, that's all.
I think
Okay,
Councilman
but Musa already said
was
yes.
Discussing it. Councilman Musa, did you have a final
And he
vote?
said no.
What do you say, Musa?
no, I will stay abstain because not discussed. I'm not satisfied.
To understand.
All right, and then we got Councilman Chowdhury,
No.
Councilman Saeed,
Yes.
Councilman Samedi,
No.
Councilman Hassan.
No,
Okay, that's it.
Pass.
Resolution 2026-45 was not approved.
Okay, moving on to reports.
No, we actually tabled the, we removed
Oh, yeah.
from,
A D.
yeah,
Isn't
the
David?
temporary street closures.
A resolution 2026-36 approving temporary street closure for Hamtramck Night Bazaar series.
Make a motion?
Second,
Okay, any discussion, Chaudhry?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I would like to know what street are we doing the closure for night bazaar? Second, what is the night bazaar? What are we doing? Thing is, we have a business owner on Joscampo, open stores from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, 7 days a week, trying to make few dollars, couple of dollars. I myself a business owner, multiple business owners in Hamtramck. I own a clothing store. My wife does actually. I mean, I'm just an employee of that. But What is this we're trying to do? What is we're trying to accomplish here? What do we? Because I want to say this to the public. When we do festival, those Desi festivals or Bengali festival during the Ramadan or during the Eid celebrations, you know, it takes away business from this real person who's doing this business for a year, whole year, 11 months, just waiting for this during the time to make money, and they're doing the festivals. That discussions, I will bring this resolution later to not to do this in Hamtramck, because it is hurting the person that who's paying taxes every month, paying insurance for this the departments, paying employees, and end of the term during the Christmas time, we are opening a festivals or we call it Mela. And open to the public to go anywhere and start shopping from the local vendors, so who has no license, no sales tax, and they start bringing the stuff from the home or somewhere, and then they start selling. It is not fair to the business owner who paid for a City of Hamtramck business license and paid for the inspection and all that they went through to make money, and then here we go vendors opening a door for the public, and one day, one night, 2 nights, they're doing business and hurting the others. I don't think we need to look into this, and I do respect this diversity, nice bazaar, this and that. I don't think it's getting it's making any motivation to people. It's hurting. Rather, I see that it's hurting. So I'd like to see these kind of things go away. Let this business owner conduct their business, do their business, make money to pay bills.
Did you attend one of the bazaar night bazaar?
I have seen it. Yes.
Let's not have a discussion.
But
Go ahead, Isabel.
I don't think it's fair to the business owner perspective. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I like it, diversity. I see people come out and enjoy the time, but it is someone interested just to make some sort of Desi, Indian or Bengali or Yemeni something. And it's just not fair to this business owner. That's all I'm saying. It's not. There's so many clothing stores are open. They're going to close the stores. If we open one after another festival during the holidays and other times. I think I made my point. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Omar, could you pull up, please, in the street closure agenda, the map of where the street closure is? So, thank you, Councilman. As you remember from attending the event, the night bazaar takes place just in maybe about 100 feet of the block of Belmont Street, in between a city park and a vacant building. So I'd argue that no businesses are impacted directly by the street closure. The alley access is also completely clear, and we have very good help from our police reserves who have helped maintain access through the alley for the event. This is also an event that is put on by the Downtown Development Authority businesses. That board has decided that this night bazaar is a critical part of what those businesses and that board that represents them wants to do to support emerging businesses, to give them a place in the downtown, to expose them to the Hamtramck market, to create a sense of place in a placemaking event, and hopefully help them someday attract resources and fill vacancy in our downtown. So what our team strategically does is place a resource booth and bring financing resources and connects face-to-face with people who could fill vacancy in the downtown. This is a very small scale event that occurs only once monthly for a total of 5 months of the year. It is a much different ball game, so to speak, than the really large festivals that close much of Joseph Campo. And council approved this event last time. I know many of you have attended. And again, it is supported by the downtown business owners themselves.
Mr. Chair?
Sorry, may I?
Okay, let me just add one point. This has been going on for a while, and it's what makes our city look nice.
2-3 years.
It makes the city look nice. I'm part of the DDA, and we do this often, and it's something that it's nice. It attracts people from other cities. It makes the city create another event. I mean, we don't want to make it's just up to the alley. It's not. It's just one small section.
We also have the downtown business
It's
owners
just-
also that report
Yeah,
high
it's something
increased
that we
traffic
do.
during the event.
One of the very few nice things that we do in the city. And you might as well. I mean, you've been shutting down some good resolutions. Might as well do that for this one too. Here, go ahead.
I would advise that you look at, share with him one of the reports that has quantitative data about the impact of that event. I went through it. How many visitors we attracted from other cities outside of Hamtramck. When it comes to doing events, we have to look at concrete and like tangible and also abstract benefits of the
Sure.
events. So she mentioned one important goal here, like promoting a sense of place. So we have to remember that 27% of our demographics are like they are young generation. So we need to take care of them. How we can promote a sense of place is so that when they grow up, they love Hamtramck through such kind of events. So that's one of the benefits.
Mr. Chair, look, the sound so fabulous. I love DDA, what they do for the city and the Detroit Development Authority. I always admire them, always encouraged by their work. But I was not being just one thing, just like not to ignore that. But I'm saying, what is the benefit that the community is getting? We attracting people from the other cities to come in here and blocking one section of it. Fine. Who's behind this? What is the what's the revenue out of this? And
What talk revenue?
and who is the night bazaar? What is the? I don't see the community like attending there. Just during this. There's some folks close by. They go during the summertime, but I'm okay with that. I'm not just totally against it. What I'm just trying to understand the sense of that. What is next? So then, if we continuously do one thing to another, open market, like a flea market, this and that, then we're actual business. How are they going to survive? How is they
This
going
is one
revenue?
thing every how many months?
Once a month.
Once a month, 5 months.
Once a month, one night. What's that big? It's not
I
that big.
can
of a
also
deal.
just answer, you asked who the night bazaar is. It is my department facilitating the Downtown Development Authority. It is the business owners on that street and those who represent them who want this event to happen. And in terms of direct benefit, about 600 attendees on average attend every single one, which is much higher than a typical,
I see this kind
number of
things happening in
attendees.
local Birmingham. I don't have problem. I see Night Bazaar has a shop there. There's a shop, right?
We are not Hamtramck Bazaar. That business opened, it's a
That's
private
different.
business and they really liked our name.
They took the.
And I
Okay.
respect them. It's an event from the Downtown Development Authority that's put on by the city.
Anybody can have a booth there.
See, now I got a clarification. Now I understand.
Okay.
This
That's
isn't
why
from
my
the
staff
Hamtramck
runs
Bazaar.
the event when we come.
What is, if the Hamtramck Bazaar is there, why we need to close the street for the one store?
It's not.
I
for the
see
It's
it.
not for the store, it's for us, it's for
That's
my
for the,
department.
exactly, thank you. Now I see it.
Why didn't you, Naeem? 3 years. They do it every couple time.
Now,
Maybe we're not invited.
You didn't check out.
so it is
I'm just kidding.
from
Yes, and
her.
you came to the event.
I know.
You
Okay,
saw
so
me
look,
working it.
it's clarified now.
Yeah.
Let's call the roll.
Okay.
Call the roll.
Go ahead.
All right, nice. Okay, Zibel, I like you. We'll go forward.
Yeah, see, clarification.
Chaudhry.
Yes.
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samari.
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Councilman Saeed.
Yes.
Councilman Sadman.
Yes.
Hey, good to have a
Sure,
discussion.
read this off,
Yeah.
right?
Everybody heard it.
Resolution
Thank
you.
2026-36 has been approved.
Okay, reports. Mayor, report. Just want to say I don't have anything new. It's just that I've been the past 2 weeks or month since we've had this council meeting. I've been trying to work the best to my ability to improve our city. I've met with several people. I've worked with the city manager, communicated with most, if not all, city council members to make sure that we do move our city forward. And quite frankly, I'm disappointed today with some of the resolutions, and that's why we gotta make sure on the next election that we do vote for compatible people that will move our city forward. Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem.
Mr. Chair, you just did the campaign, okay? So we're not campaigning here, first of all. Second, 1 month, there is the review newspaper calling me, emailing me about the city manager hiring process. There was nothing wrong. We hired the city manager as the starter, as the regular process. Everything was correctly done, okay? The thing was people questioning, and we cannot answer. I don't want to answer in the media, make a more chaos. I want to answer right now. There was nothing wrong, everything perfectly done. That time, like I said, you told a story. At that time, that day, that moment, that was the highest scorer city manager we did hire. Okay, that is very clear. And we argue here. That's why we are elected official. We argue, we work together, nothing personal, and we come together and make the finish up. Second thing, city manager, previous elected official and mayor and everything, we decided we're never gonna hire the permanent city manager. It's gonna be provisionary 1 year. Okay, then we have a trust come, we have a see his experience and his movement. As a new, it could be little mistake here and there, tune up, and it's gonna be perfect. Nobody perfect when everybody first come. Okay, when I got my managerial job, I never was perfect. I had a mistake, and I fix it. I make myself number 1. End of the day. So again, everything was moving smoothly, correctly. Thank you.
Mr. Chair?
Go ahead. Councilman Charlie, go ahead.
All right. Good evening, folks. Thank you for joining us this evening for this council meeting. Thank you for your valuable time. First of all, happy belated Eid Mubarak. As you see, I'm wearing the Eid outfit. I represent my religious, I represent my Muslim outfit, and we just had a blessing month. It was a very blessing month, unity, reflection, family gathering. You know, I don't get to eat dinner sometime with my families, but the Ramadan brought all my family members together at the same time, at the same time that it was given to us, 7:30 or 6:30, and we ate whole month together with my kids and relatives. I do like to recognize that March 12th, when we held, 4 of us council members held an unity iftar at Al Isla, and current mayor Al Harbi was there, former mayor Ghalib, Judge Krat, fire chief, police chief Hussein, and police chief staff, community activist Ibrahim Al Jaim was there. Sorry, brother, I did not recognize you. You left, or I was very last minute. And community activist brother Faisal was there, and brother Nazi was there, and many other community activists were there. Of course, our city manager was there, our city attorney Auday, school board president Abdul Malik Al Jaim was there. Thank you so much, all of you, for participating in this diversity, unity, and reflections, the iftar. We really appreciated to being there. Hamtramck, and second topic that I would like to speak about, the women you mentioned here. Many women are involved already in Hamtramck, so many ways, so many things. Art, cultures, and the festivals, the poem writing and all that. I respect it. Women's mayor, so it's nothing new. And brother Nazi, I'm not directly actually calling you out this. Slow down, brother. You started this media things 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, maybe 6 years, and a lot of things you're hearing from people that comment this and that, and you're going to think that he's right, she's right. filter some of this stuff. Excuse me, sir. That's my report. No, I'm not attacking him. No, sir.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying this.
I think,
The
I
comment.
think he has, and everybody else have the right to say whatever.
Sure, sure,
They're
sir.
Public there to be, and I'm all,
That's
we're all
my-
pro women. Women should be involved.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm not against it, sir.
Okay,
You're
yeah.
putting me in a spot that I'm against it. I just said we have some already women activities going on here.
Okay, good.
Yes, but some of these Facebook comments and some of these things, please slow down. I've been here 30 years. I'm almost 49 years old. And I have seen so many things. Being on the city council last 6 years, seen a lot of things. They never credit us for anything we do. They discourage us, discredit us, and they insult us like we are third world country citizens, the third class in this city. At least we choose to be on this seat and to give our valuable time. Sometimes we do not make things right, but we always come together to make it right. And always we hear this nagging and negative. Okay, they have right, First Amendment, Second Amendment, whatever, but discouraging always and not running for these positions, you should not be continuously attacking people, on social media. And things that I see...
We got into this position to accept people to attack us.
Yeah,
okay?
Fine. But I respect people so much, but I notice continuously they are nagging, they are using derogatory words, very, very bad words, and calling out, and continuously discouraging. So I hope people understand both sides of the stories. That council, day to day, we communicate with our city officials, city managers. Sometimes we talk at night just to see how we can improve things. So appreciate that. And besides that, I appreciate you being here again. And if you have any questions, concern, we are here for you. And one more thing, we are more transparency than ever before. So much things our each departments are doing. City manager already started working on so many things. Each department, our chief, fires, everyone's trying to collaborate and putting their effort to improve this city.
Okay, thank you, Council.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Anybody else want to add anything? Mr. Chairman.
Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We know all council have my difference in their opinion and some resolution we are not in the same page, but at the end all council and mayor are both the same. We are one team. We want to make the city moving forward, and with our new city manager, with our attorney, and our new police chief and our acting city clerk, we will make sure our city will do much better than before. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, thank you guys. Thank you audience to come in here this evening. First of all, I'd like to share my experience. We went to, how Councilman Hassan forget about. We went to MML convention. He get the 2 certificate. Councilman Sadman get 1 certificate. Me and Sumari was attending there also.
Congratulations.
We've been there, and it is a good time. We learn a lot from the MML convention, and I hope everybody attending their timing MML convention will learn a lot from the council parliamentarian. Lastly, I'm going to say all the people of Hamtramck here and abroad, Muslim people, happy Eid Mubarak. And day after tomorrow, I'm originally from Bangladesh. I'm Bangladeshi American. We're celebrating our 55th anniversary of independence. 1991, March 26, Father of the Nation declared the independence. At this moment, I humbly remembering the Father of Nation, Father of the Nation, Bangladesh Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Joy Bangla. Assalamu alaikum.
Don't bring this. Okay. So, anybody else want to add anything? Okay. So do we go now? Oh no, public comments?
Comment, then closed
Okay.
session.
Anybody want to? Okay, do we have public comments?
Yes, we do. Ahmed Sharaf. Reminder that public comments 2 minutes and you cannot ask for an extra minute.
And only
Only concerns about the agenda, by the way.
Only about items on the agenda.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I'm just so upset. Truly, I am. And I think everybody's seen today a chaos. Every American, not only Hamtramcker. Mr. Mayor, everybody talking about power, right? What kind of power you guys have? What kind of power? I'm asking him, and I think that he answered. Brother and Councilman Abu Musa, he said he's not gonna let you take his power.
No, rights.
He mentioned it. You know, it sounds like it. And Brother Hassan as well, our greatest. I'm gonna write a book about him, by the way. And I am a licensed writer. I have my license. So you know what he said? Same thing. He's gonna let you get that power. So Hamtramck City, it's about power. Who's gonna take over? So one thing. Once again, nobody talk how we gonna fix the city. Nobody. I don't see a team right here. I don't. I just see people try to overcome the others. I'm not here to attack you people. No, not really. Maybe one day I'll be part of this city somehow. Who knows? Which is I am already. My brother as well. When I'm saying this, it touched my heart. It's the way that we've been dealing. And there's people smart here and out there, and you are smart as well. So you mentioned something to Miss. I've been watching that. You talk about the bazaar, which is the most beautiful things happen in cities. And all of the suddens, you mentioned that you are a business owner, and you twist it. Oh, actually, I am just a worker for your great wife. It seems it showed that it's about yourself. It seems it showed it's about himself. It shows it's about their self. That's all I need to say. I respect you, but I'm felt so upset.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Mark Corey.
One thing we discussed today is the role of the DDA in the city here. The Downtown Development Authority Act was signed into law by Governor Milliken back in the 1970s. And our DDA is different from other cities' DDA, for instance, in Ann Arbor. In Ann Arbor, they follow the statute further. The DDA statute allows the municipality to not only create a DDA, an authority, but to create an advisory council to give recommendations to the authority. And the people that sit on that council are typically the residents in the community. So they would have input on what the DDA does to spend money. The DDA typically is people, movers and shakers, whereas the advisory council represents the people who live in the city, who have to actually benefit from it. And very often they don't benefit directly. The people most benefit from the DDA are often the businesses themselves. For instance, in the city of Ann Arbor, they built a parking structure for the businesses. And a lot of people don't want it who live in the neighborhood. They want an ugly parking structure. We don't have that here. Our particular mandate in the city only calls for the creation of a DDA, not an advisory council to advise the DDA on how to input from the public and how to spend the money and how to protect the public's interests. Typically, the DDA represents the business owners and helps the business owners. And there's very often a symbiotic relationship between the businesses and that DDA. So, in the long and short of that is, we should actually expand the DDA's jurisdiction to create an advisory council composed of citizen members to basically regulate, oversee, and make recommendations to the DDA. Thank you.
Is Faisal Muhammad here? He left. All right, we're all set.
Okay, so we need to go to closed session.
But we want you to send an email about this session. Oh, so this one now? Oh, thank you.
Call it.
What?
So we call it. We make it close.
Yeah, we're gonna do a closed session, so we're gonna stop it now, and we'll adjourn it after the closed session.
Okay.
Are they going to be voting afterwards?
No.
No. What's the procedure?